Lightning,
yeah.
no.
Bro, this is bad.
That goes.
Make me large! What is going on?
That's what she said! That's what she said!
And there goes the title right there.
What?
That will be. I
He
can't
said-
even
No shot
try
now, no shot.
Make me
Johnny,
Make
make me large! Make me large!
It's just imagine like Johnny standing in the bedroom, looks down, make me large.
Oh my god.
I couldn't focus on driving or anything after he said that.
She's like, make me large.
Make me large.
Make me large!
This is Johnny. Johnny just wants to be large. Not long ago, with just a quick phone call, Johnny realized he could have something better in Mario Kart. And what did he get? Why, a big speed boost of confidence, a little more self-esteem, and a very happy missus at home. And the one thing every man wants, a little respect from the chat. Call 1-800-199. Make me large today.
Make me large!
Oh, mama. Hey, Jay, want some corn?
No, you called me the family dog.
You son of a bitch.
I just want to play tight ball to see if I still can.
Hey, we're at the beach for Jay.
Get the jar, Jay! It's time! Jay, get the mayonnaise out! Get that mayonnaise out now!
It's mayonnaise.
Lather me up with mayonnaise, Jay. Let's go, from head to tippy toe.
It's J-O-name!
Genies, get your J-O today.
It's mayonnaise.
Butterfly in the sky. I can fly twice as high. I can do anything. I'm Peter Pan. I'm the man. I'm flying in green tights.
That's it. There we go. I thought the Peter Pan thing was like done and done. What is going on, Geeks and Gamers? Jeremy will be joining us in just a moment. Apparently, the D-Day Cobra stream is just finished. So you guys, he'll be hopping in, telling me what a terrible job I did, and that'll be the end of it. So, so you won't have to worry. But as you can tell, we got a stacked lineup tonight, so you guys don't have to hear me babble or Mike or Beardo talk. Like that's what everyone's been asking for.
Never speak
actually,
again. Yeah.
Was that?
I will never speak again, ever.
Why is that?
I don't know.
All right. Well, anyway, there's a lot of news going around. We talked some of it on Daily, and but you know, it's good to see you guys here. It's good to have everyone here today on Tuesday night's main event. And before we do introductions, I know Ripa and everybody wants to say, like, we got, like, you guys mind if we wait till Jeremy gets here? Like, that'll work. Yeah. No.
To do what?
Anybody, hell no.
To do our introductions?
No, just ignore it. Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, he's not here.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, this is not my show.
He can't predict a fucking winning football team. What are we waiting around for him for?
Nothing inspires confidence when the host says, "This is not my show."
It's not my show. I don't even.
I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing? What do I do with my hands?
What are we doing?
What do I do with my hands? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
Got a great background, though. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
He's inside the building now.
Shout out to the person. Shout out to the
Shout
person
out.
that made it. Well, if anything, it looks like everybody here on the panel is going to be at Megacon.
Yeah.
At the first. Is that true? Is everyone going to be there?
Yeah,
That's true.
I'm gonna be there.
Yep.
Jay,
That's
are you
it?
going to be there?
Of course I'm gonna be there. Everyone's gonna be there. All right, forget it. We're going around the room. That's just how we're gonna start. That's how Jeremy does it, so we'll do it that way, even though I like to do it differently. Yeah, I know. Mike's laughing at the train wreck already.
Hey, I can't wait to give you guys all big old hugs at Megacon. That's all.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's gonna be.
I don't know.
I'm not a hugger, but
No, listen, it's gonna be super gay.
It's
Okay.
been a few months since I got
Yeah,
a
if
Craig
we're-
hug, man.
Yeah,
I'm
if you're gonna
due.
do it,
I'm
just,
due
just
for
go
one.
all the way. Get
Well,
super
yeah,
gay
it depends
with
on the hug. Is it like bro hug or
No, dude.
No, it's like a dap. It's
Both
like a
hands.
dap, and then you pull him in, and then you
No.
go over the shoulder.
go down?
both
Dap 'em up.
hands, lower
No.
back,
Okay.
No,
just
man, it's
above
gonna
the
be-
waist.
And then
Yeah.
maybe you slide down, and then you grab
Just
a
keep
little
your
bit.
just keep your
Cop a
boots
little
on.
feel. Okay.
Yeah, you cop a little
Yeah.
feel, just
Just
you know,
keep your boots on.
out
It's
of
not gay.
respect.
What the heck?
I don't-
What's
you're
wrong
like,
with
you
y'all?
been
It's
working
gonna
out,
be
buddy?
Florida. It's gonna be hot.
You've been doing
You're not
squats.
gonna want to do
You've
that.
been doing some
Well,
deadlifts.
that's why I do it with a thong on. I just walk up with a thong and give him a really inappropriate hug. That's why
Yeah.
we're in
Okay.
Florida, right? That's it.
You're keeping
Yes.
things.
You go
Fresh.
so gay with
Fresh
it that it
down there.
becomes
On
straight
brand.
again,
That's right.
you know?
That's right.
It's like poetry.
You're talking to the guy who tried to whiplash a hot dog into his mouth a few months ago. Come on, what are you talking
Well,
about?
I know.
You know what? Second thoughts on the hug.
I know. Craig can't be here that long, so we'll start with Craig. You're coming to Megacon.
Yeah.
What are you bringing? What are you doing?
I'm bringing cameras. I'm bringing mic equipment. I'm bringing a good attitude. I'm bringing the ability to be patient. I want to come and have conversations with people on the Megacon floor. I want to come have conversations with you guys, especially Jay. God, with Jay, it's going to be great.
I'm a tough interview to get. I'll just tell you no. Like,
it's going to be good. Yeah, even I get like 10 minutes with you guys. Just sit down
are
and
you
pick your brains.
are you bringing free stuff? That's what everybody wants to know. Are you bringing shirts?
Absolutely
bringing-
not.
All right. Well,
No,
no one's
you know,
gonna come see you. That's
no,
for
you know
sure.
what?
No,
I actually
You have to be
will.
naked now because of
You should
Craig.
bring some hot dogs.
Man, that'd be awesome. We should do that a challenge. Wouldn't that be good?
Yeah.
And no, but I actually am going to bring you guys something super top secret. Can't tell you about it yet, but I will be bringing you guys stuff.
That sounds awesome.
Beardo, I think you're really going to like it.
I know you're not a
I'm always down for a
stranger
secret.
to like Comic Cons or anything like that. So you're just gonna be walking the floor and bumping into people with a microphone is basically what you're saying you're gonna do.
One of my passions is man on the street interviews. I love it. I love walking up to people, making people feel awkward. I haven't done it in many years, so I can't wait to see what it's like now in a really sensitive situation where you go to a convention that everyone's all probably wearing masks and stuff. I can't wait. I cannot wait. It's gonna be great.
It's like I said, it's Florida. It's gonna be a little warm, so people in those giant Pikachu costumes get a little sweaty. Sometimes if they take their helmet off, there's some vapor and some hot cheese and Cheeto smell. But hey, I mean, it's it's all love. Hey, and look who's here.
Oh, come on, man.
Fuck all of you. All right.
Hey.
All right.
Damn.
I think my camera's fixed now. My camera completely failed during CobraCast earlier, so we'll see if it happens. But okay, we're here. Jay got really scared because I wasn't here. So you okay?
I was
now,
doing
Jay?
intros. We started with Craig because he has to leave early. So
Fuck
that's as
Craig,
far as I
fuck-
got with
fuck
the
Craig,
show.
fuck Mike, fuck everybody here.
Get out the door.
I'm just getting this party started the right way. I did drop
All
the
right.
dude. I said the.
Oh no.
I
Oh,
said
no.
the.
He said a bad
gamer
word, and I was there to witness it.
I said the gamer word on CobraCast.
Did you say the
called-
Melanie
you-
Mac word?
You called
No,
them
I
fatties.
said the worst one. I said the
You
worst
called them
one.
fatties.
I said the N word.
What?
I said it with the A. It was.
He was reading a super
Oh, he had to refer. I said it with the A. Okay, guys, it's fine.
Yeah.
I put the A on the end. It's
I
fine.
did. I had the A on it. I had the A on it.
I didn't
It
go
was
full
like-
Bama with it.
Oh,
I just went
God.
partially Bama with
Yeah,
it.
it was like his name was something ninja, and I said like whatever it was something, and I said, and I was like, fuck. Well, there you go. There you go, internet.
Oh.
Oops.
You say good name.
I kind of just said, well, I am racist, so there you go. Clip it.
You're having some
I mean, I just
flashbacks to
owned
middle
it.
school.
All you could do is own it. You know, that's literally all you could do. But anyway, hello everyone. Welcome into Tuesday night's main event. It's a crazy day. Political season is going to keep me busy as hell. So no, I'm not going to clip that from the channel. But welcome into Tuesday night's main event. We got a great show tonight. We have this young up and coming YouTuber named Gary. We're going to try to signal boost his channel. He's struggling for views, struggling for subs. And we're gonna see what we can do with his. What you hit 14,000 concurrent viewers today on the Real BBC.
Yeah.
Jesus. Did you
Yes.
see my response? Did you see my
I
response?
saw that. That was
Strong
beautiful.
numbers with the picture of Ray. I'll show that a little later. Eric July, what's up, young Rippa?
What's up? I'm doing well. Got A debate almost got forced on me that I wasn't aware of, but here we are. Outside of that, man, it's been a great week. Last week of Alpha Core ends on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. Alpha Core #1's campaign, it ends. We have a bunch of CGCs, final chance, last chance CGCs that are available that we put up, so guys can go grab that. But yes, the last week of the campaign, so we're spending a lot of time hyping it up and talking about kind of the future Riververse stuff. Obviously, we talked about Megacon. That's going to be massive, guys. It's going to be huge. You should be there. There'll be a lot of people there. Riververse booth will be live and popping. You're going to see a lot of the familiar faces that are here. So if you have not got your tickets and you're in the area, you need to get it, because Megacon is going to be pretty wide up. I'm excited for that.
Dude, it's going to be crazy. Everybody's going to be in Megacon. Drinker's going to be there. Gary's going to be there. Ripa, me, Ryan, Jay, Gina, Beardo will be hanging out. Mike, fuck him. We don't want Mike there. But
you know what?
look,
You could just drop the N word. Now you think you can just exclude me from stuff. Yeah, not gonna bring your diversity higher to Megacon. That's a real smart call.
yeah, literally, like Jay said, I think everybody on this panel is going to be there. So
Yeah.
it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, you know, there's been a lot of shit going on the internet lately, and you know, it is what it is. But I think the most important thing to talk about is Disney Star Wars. That's just, I love talking about Disney Star Wars, dude. I just can't. And Gary's the one. Gary's like, when I started kind of getting like, you know, kind of tired of Disney Star Wars, but he's like, bro, you got to keep on, man. Fuck these motherfuckers. It's like,
Well,
he's
yeah.
right. He's right. So it's been a beautiful thing to watch it. One thing that was not beautiful was Jay opening this show. Hello, Drunk 3PO.
How was that not beautiful, man? It was the
Man,
best I can do.
I'm literally trying to take a piss and fix my camera, and you're like, I don't know if we can start until Jeremy. I'm like,
I just said
what
like
the
the
fuck?
intros because I don't like, man, I did my best. And that's all you get from me, is my very best.
well,
That's all.
there
all we
you
ask
go on
for.
that. There you go.
That's
on
all
that.
that's
So,
all I can do.
hey, look, you're going to be hanging out with Gina at Megacon and at Vancouver, where she got an extra day. And the cancel mob really took a big L on that one, because it's one
Massive.
thing to ignore them. It's another thing for her to announce, oh, yeah, we've added a day. We've added a day of danger to the con. You know what I mean? So it's pretty glorious.
That's pretty, yeah, it's pretty crazy that like Global BC, whatever that news company is, did a whole hit piece on her, saying that she's gonna infiltrate Vancouver, and you know, these people are like, I don't feel safe with her in the building.
Infiltrate what with her passport and her plane ticket when they're allowing her into the country?
That's the verbiage that they used. It's pretty wild. And they were like, and they thought they had an own where they're like, we're not buying a ticket. How do you like that? Until you cancel her. Well, apparently you guys did such a great job in that more people bought tickets to see Gina that they added another day. And I just got a message here that it's quite possible she could have a third day in Vancouver.
Wow.
Unannounced yet, unannounced. But I'm just saying, if people keep buying tickets to go see her, so there you have it. So thank you so much, Cancel Culture, for putting more money in Gina's pocket.
That
You did great. You
That
did
is so
great.
fascinating, man. It's amazing to see. I've just kind of been following this from afar, and I watched you guys talk about it this morning on Daily. But I'll tell you what, man, that is so amazing to see the term infiltrate. Like, can you imagine? There's a table with Gina Carano on it, and somebody walks up to her and they want to give her a piece of her mind, and then they walk away and they've just turned into this crazy right-wing bigot. You know, it's amazing how that works at these events. And that's what they're scared of.
We have done like 12 conventions and hundreds of people, and not one person has walked up to her to give them a piece of their mind.
But think about all the people she's radicalized by being there. It's crazy.
Not one time.
not one time. And yeah, I mean, it is. It's ridiculous. And so, you know, look, man, I was talking about this earlier, like on Cobra Cast, because I was talking about how when we all started talking about this shit, you know, I started talking about all this identity politics stuff in 2017, and we were talking about Star Wars and Ghostbusters. Like, bro, they're like now we're seeing like the diversity bullshit going into like, hiring pilots, like, yeah, you want to, oh, you're interested in being a pilot. Okay. Oh, you're a black female. Okay. That's really, really good. All right. Now, are you a straight black female or a gay? Oh, you're straight. No, we don't need you. But if you decide to turn gay, come back and we'll hire you to fly a fucking plane. Hiring people for the military. Like, this shit is out of control, but the pendulum is swinging because we all saw, I don't remember who it was, Southwest that put that tweet up that they deleted like within an hour after it was getting ratioed to hell. Under Jack Dorsey, that tweet stays up. That tweet gets 150,000 likes, and that tweet has no negative responses under it if it was Jack Dorsey's Twitter. So Elon Musk and buying Twitter has changed the game from that perspective. What do you got, Ripa? You said want to say something.
No, it's I love that was I know we were going around table, so y'all got your intros and shit. So my
dude,
bad.
Gary's on here, man. It's it's a required hour-long intro.
I screwed it up anyway, so.
No, all I was saying was it was just that was bizarre to see, but I love that there's this like counter, right? And you see the audience respond in the way that they do, and shout out to the con for I guess allowing her to continue to be there and not caving into this mob. But it goes to show, man, she's one hell of a draw, man. Did she do that expo last year?
This is her first out of country expo.
Okay, so that's gonna be big.
But she has been with the Fan Expo.
Yeah, she's done Fan Expo.
She's done Fan Expo.
Was that Fan Expo?
Yeah.
So she's been on the Fan Expo stuff, and nothing's blown up, right? Yet for whatever reason.
We had one con. It was Denver, Colorado, where the Twitter people went a little nuts, and then there was even talk that there was going to be a protest. Nothing. She had just as long a lines there as anywhere else. Nobody said anything. Everybody was lovely, and we had a great time. So
I love to see that. I'm glad that we're seeing a lot more of that pushback and showing that these freaks don't have really as much power as they like to think that they do, screaming and screeching on Twitter. So big shout out there.
Absolutely. We got Epic Mike, a black person here. What's up, Epic Mike?
Yeah, I am here. Well, only half black. Let's make sure we keep that. I know Ripa doesn't like to be associated with the light skins.
That's how I justified my N-word. I was like, well, I'm black for the waist down.
Yeah, yeah. Damn it! I wish that worked. That's not how that works, but yeah. Because if
you know what Jeremy did,
you got to prove it. You're gonna get in jail.
You need to play that John Campea clip. That's exactly what happened with Jeremy. So
I love that name.
I didn't mean to cut you, Mike.
I'm excited to be here. Listen, just real quick with the Gina thing. Imagine being such a pathetic loser that your first response to seeing somebody at an event is to immediately talk to the event and say, listen, I'm kind of concerned about the safety of the people at this event, and then block every single person that says anything negative to you.
Yep.
Fuck those people. And you wonder why you don't have any fucking engagements on your fucking Twitter. Nobody's watching your stupid fucking show on YouTube. That's why. Go fuck yourself. And me and Josiah, Epicverse, we're gonna fucking be at Megacon. We're pretty excited about that. We're trying to cook some stuff up, maybe show you guys something cool. But yeah, we're very excited about this. And we're hoping that the rest of this year we can keep going to these events and showing you guys cooler and cooler stuff. So
hell yeah, man. Happy to hear that. So man, everybody's gonna be at Megacon.
Everybody.
So again, Saturday is the big day at Megacon. And we're working on some other things in terms of like a post panel meetup and everything, because the Ripaverse is going to have a pretty big presence there. So we're all going to be hanging out at the Ripaverse booth throughout the day on Saturday. And we don't have all the specifics yet, but I can almost guarantee by Friday Night Tights, we should have all the details to kind of tell everybody. So speaking of Friday Night Tights, hello, Gary.
Hello, Jeremy.
How are you? It's good to see you,
I'm
buddy.
good. How are you?
Never streamed with you. It's the first time I've streamed with you ever.
I know. How's your boy Trump doing? Is he doing all right?
Oh, man.
Struggling.
He's getting ready to make America great again. So, yeah.
I heard he wasn't going to win the Iowa caucus.
Yeah. It's
crazy.
It's amazing how that works. So, yeah, it's Covercast has been crushing. So, it's been awesome.
Disney, yeah, it has. I was watching earlier. Disney Star Wars. This is why I told you. Disney Star Wars does serve a purpose now. Of course, they began the year as they ended last year, and began last year, and ended the year before, and began the year before, and we could go back. Their failures are so amazingly incompetent and consistent. That's the only thing they're consistent at, that it continues to bring people in to the realm of common sense, going, wow, they really did kill Star Wars. This is a different narrative than the Last Jedi days. This is a different narrative than the end of Rise of Skywalker. We went over an article today. Jar Jar Abrams can't get a directing gig. He can't get a directing gig. This guy was the next Spielberg.
He was the gold standard. Like, he was the next Spielberg. You're right. Calling someone the next Spielberg is the equivalent of calling someone the next Michael Jordan.
Yes.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Go ahead, Gary.
And what's happening is it wakes more normies up to it, which is what we need to do. Normies are busy people. They're running the country. They're taking their kids to soccer practice. And, eventually it gets down to them, and it's each time Disney Star Wars does something incredibly stupid. So Charmin Obey Chinoy started it, and now it is an uncontrollable snowball. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I didn't think I'd still be even talking about Disney Star Wars at the beginning of the year, Jeremy, but it's the fact that there's a rumor that the Rey movie might be canceled now, and that it's totally believable. The fact that they announced another movie right out of it, while not waiting till Star Wars Celebration, was completely obvious that they were trying to get in front of some bad news that they were way behind. It's been great. It's been great. And it proves that we were right, and it's not a bunch of racist, misogynist bigots. Well, some are. I mean, Ryan's not here, but
I took up for him today.
That's good. That's good. You got to pick up the slack a little bit. But it just proves that the fans were right. The fans that were demonized, to where it's undeniable. And God, I hope they keep. I said this. I'm glad they didn't fire Kathleen Kennedy. Keep her forever. I want her. Give her a 10-year contract. Let's do this.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
I want them to spend $500 million on the Rey movie, like the biggest budget film
this year. Star Wars.
This
the Acolyte.
Yeah,
Acolyte.
The Acolyte.
Disney Plus
Crew. Acolyte.
Yeah, Disney Plus shows.
Okay.
Yeah, and the Acolyte is created by Harvey Weinstein's former personal assistant.
When's the Mandalorian and the Green Fucker? What does that drop? Is that
2026, I think.
Oh,
is
that's
what
down a lot.
the-
That's not a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the movie's scheduled for 2025, but they're still not sure on season 4, which you would probably have to put out before the movie, which requires homework, which means the movie will do about as well as the Marvels did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the stupidest thing they could ever do is watch the Disney Plus 4 episodes or 5 episodes and then watch the movie for the grand finale. That just doesn't work out on any fronts. So it's really, God, what a disaster.
Gina's looking so good right now. She's never looked better.
100%. 100%. Fear the Beardo in the house. What's up, Fear the Beardo?
Let's go. If they decide to name it Mandalorian and the Green Fucker, I think a lot more people would go see that movie. It would do so much better. Yeah, man, Megacon just a few weeks away. I'm excited to see everybody. These conventions, like these meetups, it's like one of the most enjoyable, one of my favorite things to do, like with this community, just everybody coming together, hanging out, man. It's always a fucking blast. So it's going to be a lot of fun, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Hell yeah. It's going to be awesome, man. It's going to be the last time we did a meetup here, because we also have Vegas, just to be clear. Do we have dates for that yet, Gary? Do we have anything official?
I can look them up real quick, but
yeah,
it's the same dates as CinemaCon.
Okay, yeah. So
same dates as CinemaCon.
So that's going to happen. So again, we've got, and they are exhausting when it's all said and done, but damn if it ain't fun while we're just hanging out with everybody. And then when you kind of get back to your hotel, you're like, holy shit, I met a lot of people. I'm pretty tired, but it's all good. Stuttering Craig, I know you got your intro, but you get another one. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. I'm going to MegaCon.
There you go. Did you do your interview? Because I know you invited me. So
yeah, it did. It went great. It's going to be going up here in probably a couple of weeks or so. Interviewed Maven from WWF.
I wish I could have been there, man. I had to do the Cobra Cast, but I appreciate the invite because, yeah, obviously I'm a wrestling fan, and so to get a chance to talk to Maven would have been kind of cool because his YouTube channel's blowing up right now.
Oh yeah, dude, he does great content.
He's crushing it on YouTube. Yeah. I mean, Maven was never like a mega star. He was pretty. He won Tough Enough. and he had a decent run, but he was never like a big star.
He was always a low card guy, but I mean, he's kind of on the ups for a little bit there, and then it just kind of fell apart.
They tried to push it, and he admits that it was his fault for failing. He didn't put the work in that he needed to put in, and that's why he got released. But we hardly talked about that in the interview. That's the thing. We hardly talked wrestling. We talked baseball. We talked all sorts of stuff that wasn't wrestling, which was really, really fun. So it was great. He said he wants to come on Side Scroller sometime live. This will be great. We'll do that closer to the interview. So super fun. Looking to doing a lot of interviews coming up.
Heck yeah, man. That's cool. I can't wait to see that. So shout out. That's a nice one. And I know you're working on a couple other wrestling interviews. So
Honky Tonk Man this weekend.
Jay's gonna say Jay's so happy about Honky Tonk Man.
Greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time.
Go ahead and say it, Jay. Say it.
The greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time.
Better than the Macho Man?
He had the belt longer than the Macho Man. He had a
Macho
record.
Man went and got the big belt, but
nobody.
Macho Man. Macho Man's on another level,
right? Don't Gunner have it? Like, does he still have it?
Yeah. He has it longer than anybody now.
But does he still have it? Because I know he broke that record.
Well, Roman Reigns is going to probably break every record with the WWE Championship, which is bullshit, by the way.
They just stapled that bitch on his chest and just had him walk around with it.
The fact that they brought a man into their office and sat down and says, "Hey, we got a gimmick for you. We want you to be Elvis Presley wrestling, right? We got to move, the shake, rattle, and roll. We got it all set up. You're going to carry a guitar, and you're going to be a heel." It's like if you start to lose, you're going to crack someone's head open with a guitar. And Honky Tonk Man put a hurting on Macho Man on the Saturday night's main event on one of those when he first started going. So
I remember.
Crazy, man.
Where the title of the show came from. Tuesday night's main event, Saturday night's main event. So that's how it is.
Jacob P in the chat says, and it is strange, but I want to point out, he says it would be weird seeing all of you YouTubers with legs. That is really insensitive to Mark the Cyborg. Just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, because you just say leg. That fucker
motherfucker
crawl,
can move though.
Listen, when he starts crawling in the hallway, it's over. You're done.
It is.
I mean, if y'all saw Echo fight, now you know what Mark can do.
That's what Mark can do. Mark can be Daredevil. Okay.
Well,
those delayed kicks, man, those are something. Yeah.
Dude, Mark is so fun to stream with because I have to I've been streaming for a long time. I could kind of, I could pretty manage the situation pretty well with Mark. You have to mentally prepare that Mark is going to take every comment. It doesn't matter. If you send a $500 super chat or $1, Mark's going to give you a 2-hour answer to every fucking question and super chat. And I'm like, Mark, we got to move on. It's been an hour. Someone just asked you a simple question about a individual video game, and he will go on a complete history of the development of everything. It's amazing, but you gotta pull him back in. You go like, Mark, let's calm down, buddy. Let's calm down. It's fantastic. When we had him on main event, though, I guess I'd gotten in his head. So every time he commented, he would stop himself. He would stop in the middle of the sentence. And I'm like, did you want to continue? Oh, no, I'm just trying to control myself. It's the thought, Mark. I love Mark. He's great.
I love
Stephanie, what's up, Minority Home?
I'm here and I'm excited about Megacon too. I can't wait. I love meetups. We're also live on Locals, and that's it. That's all I have to say. So
let's go. Let's go. So we are live on Rumble. We are live. I think we're live on Rumble. We got that set up, right? Okay.
Yeah, we're live on Rumble.
It's been a hectic day. And we do have a lot going on. I don't know if anyone, because again, I just came in here off of Cobra Cast, so I don't know if you guys dropped any topics in the chat. If anybody had any specific topics they wanted to bring up, because I am a little out of the loop on.
I sent them all to Jay.
Okay, so Jay, what do we got to talk about? Jay, I'm gonna throw it to you, Mr.
Man, don't throw it to me.
You got this, Jay.
Jay, we believe in you. We
got it.
We believe in you. Okay.
Well, there was a clip from recently where Jay was talking about a video he watched that reminded him of X-Ray Girl or something. It was weird.
Oh my god!
Want to talk about that, Jay?
Pull that one up, Jay.
She showed that on Side Scroller today, and we all giggled at that. That was good.
Or no, Jay, did you see the video?
How do I end up on all these shows and never get invites? That's all I gotta say.
You were on today. Thanks for coming on, buddy.
Gary, did you see the video Jay played today on Daily?
Of
the Disney fans?
No.
Pull it up, Jay. Pull that one up right now. Okay. I was not prepared for this. He did not tell me that he was showing this. If anything has ever shown, giving you the audience that Disney has cultivated, this right here puts it in more perspective than I have ever seen in my life. I have never in my life thought that I would and it's the weirdest, freakiest thing ever. So right here, have you seen this, Gary? Has anybody seen this?
No.
Holy fuck. All right. Before, I want to prepare everybody, okay? You're going to throw up a little bit in your mouth. You're going to throw up a little bit in your mouth.
That a dude on the right?
Wait, hold on.
That's a dude?
It's really bad.
Just
no,
to
it's
be
not
clear,
a dude.
Just to be clear,
you sure?
the neon in the background, what does that say?
Oh no!
Twink and a redhead.
Twink
and a redhead.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
Oh no!
Oh, this is about to get bad, bro.
Oh, it's going to get real bad. It's going to get real bad. So,
All right, ready?
Next time you go to a magical Disney vacation,
Yep.
Just remember what possibly could be happening in your hotel room.
Think about this.
no.
This is the audience that Disney has
I
cultivated.
think about this every time I go
Here
to
we go.
Vegas. Like, what happened?
Anyone who knows me and my long-term boyfriend know that we meet a lot of our friends online these days.
We have made a ton of friends in the Disney community, a majority of which we have met on Swingers Upon Main.
God.
This is
what?
an app
Swingers.
God damn it.
for
There it
swingers
is.
by swingers. Swingers that love Disney.
Ashley and I love to swing all over Walt
Is
Disney
this
World.
real?
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's real.
Man.
Main Street
Swingers that love Disney.
and people love to drink around the
No
world.
way.
Well, how about swinging around the world?
It's our favorite.
What the fuck?
Oh.
Upon Main has Disney lovers from all over the world, and we all just come together in the most magical
guess.
place on earth. And heck, why not call it the most fun place on earth too?
We don't just trade pins at Magic Kingdom. We trade partners.
Oh no, bro.
All right, so
Bro,
It's
what
real.
the
It is real.
yeah,
No,
so
no,
here
no,
is
no.
the here's screenshots from the website where you can meet
No, bro.
different people.
Every day we stray further away from God.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
man,
Wow.
dude. Listen, Disney's more concerned with making sure a person wearing a MAGA hat don't show up in their park than freaks like this, for a place that's designed for children.
Bro.
So
I thought they were
Imagine-
talking about swing dancing.
Imagine being
can't-
somebody that took a picture of those people.
Well,
not knowing who
hold
they
on, I gotta
were,
show.
and you're
I
like,
can't
oh.
imagine why Disney has the reputation they have right now.
Look at this one. Looking for a serious relationship, female 32, she's a fatty, and membership level magic. She's on the magic level.
Oh,
No, bro.
So I
What do
don't
you
know
gotta
what
do?
kind of
No, I
magic.
don't want to ask that question. Never mind. Rolling that back.
Oh my goodness. Did you see? We talked about this today. Did you see the? There's a satire site called Mousetrap News, and they released a video that was about a birthing ward at Disney, and we watched it on side scrollers, and for about half of the video, we thought it was very on brand for Disney because they're talking about birthing people and men who are pregnant and blah blah blah, and we're like. The sad part about it is that we legitimately thought it was real until the end, where they talked about adding a photo to capture all the magic of you giving birth. It's like it was so obscene that it's on brand for Disney. That's the craziest thing about it. So you don't even know if this stuff is real.
Wait. So let me get this straight. So you reacted and shared a parody news source?
Yeah, but we.
All right, I just want to be clear. That's all I need to know. So now I don't feel so bad when I do it.
We are not journalists.
Yeah,
We're
Jay,
family. We're family.
Jay did that on Daily a few weeks ago over the Steamboat Willie stuff. And I'm just like, when I read the names, I'm like, can you go back up to the top? Like, what the fuck are we reading here? And then people in the chat, they're like, yeah, that's a parody site. I'm like, is this
The whole air went out of the
Babylon
room. I was like,
yeah, I was like, yeah. And so good job on that one, Jay. What is this video that we're talking about that Gary brought up? What is this?
which one?
With
Clip
you.
from Daily.
Oh,
I don't
I'm talking to
remember.
Ryan.
I know what video it is.
I have no
Pull it
idea.
up, pull it up, Steph. Pull it up, pull it up. And again, thank you. We have 3,600 people here. I appreciate that. I know that many of you came over from Cobra Cast earlier. We had a banger of an episode on Cobra Cast. And I've seen, let me read a couple super chats really quick while we're giving them time to do that. I know we had a lot of gifted memberships. I saw Hayden Wayne dropped 10. Brock dropped 10 as well.
Let's go,
Thank
baby.
you so much. Chris Benoit for 20.
Jesus Christ.
The son told me a friend of his tried to set up a wrestling match with a rival of his. He said he walked away and I ignored them, not wanting to give them drama. I had to put him down again. Such womanly behavior can't be tolerated. God damn it, Chris Benoit.
Damn, bro.
Retro Meister for 50.
50.
Ubisoft is pretty much telling us to go F ourselves by saying we don't own what they paid for. And they are slowly trying to erase Tom Clancy's legacy from future games like Splinter Cell. Time to set sail on the high seas with a straw hat crew. You wouldn't be talking about anything to do with Jay's new channel or anything, right? I don't know, you know?
Sea of Thieves.
No, yes, Jay. We'll just go with that.
Yeah, we'll roll with that, Jay.
We'll just go with that one, Jay. Good job, Jay. Proud of you, buddy.
Hey,
All right.
man. I don't remember like this.
Oh, no.
I do look happy, though.
Attacking Native American people, he's attacking Asians now. Same energy.
I've seen that face in an old video.
This one?
Oh, that's X-ray.
What?
That's X-Ray Girl. What video are you watching?
Yeah, Jay.
I can't. Who knows what the titles are?
Oh no, bro! You just
Jay.
try to get out of that.
Oh,
one.
Jay.
Bro, he just tripled down on it and walked away.
yeah.
Jay.
Damn,
yeah.
No.
It's like, what do you have to say for
Bro.
yourself? He's just like, I don't know, man. He's
Jay, come on. Craig, I know you got to get out of here. I know you got some family stuff going on.
Yeah, I got to roll.
Mike
Thanks for having
He's
me,
got
guys.
the Maven interview coming up
let's
very
just
soon. I'm looking forward to
Move it
seeing that.
along.
And
Hell
thank you
yeah.
for inviting me to
Move it
that,
along.
man. I
See you
appreciate
guys.
it.
Hey,
All
how
right.
about
Later,
how about
Craig.
Jay, how about Jay watching porn? See you guys later. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
God damn. Walk out the room.
What are you talking about?
You had your Jason Whitlock moment. Did you see that? Where
Yes.
Jason Whitlock like showed the ESPN about, he's like, look at these ads on ESPN. This is degeneracy. And everybody's like, bro, those are targeted ads. What have you been looking up? And again, it could be very misleading. You know what I mean? Like, it
Yeah,
could be
dude, you
very
get some of those
misleading.
fucking ads, man. It's like
I
I get
know.
ads for random shit, and it like fucking I don't buy lamps and shit, but why the fuck am I getting an ad for lamps? So
Yeah.
I got it.
Because Lady Ripa was looking at lamps. That's what I
Oh.
get. Is I get either sideshow. I get sideshow at 1/6 scales action figures on all my targeted ads, and then I get like drapes or clothes.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, that must be my wife, and now she's gonna see
Maybe.
that I was looking at
She
sideshow.
don't be on my shit. Maybe she's like telling they listening in. They listening in.
They listen to everything. Steph, check private chat. Yeah, like I can't tell you, like it. I remember years ago it freaked me out because I was just on the phone with somebody and I mentioned like a company that I don't think I've like mentioned before, like a local company in Pensacola. And then the next day I was getting ads from. I'm like, bro, come on, man, that is downright ridiculous. So I've just got to the point where I'm like, whatever. I'm gonna search whatever the fuck I want. Like some of the things that I search for thumbnails are really fucked up sounding in isolation. Like I'm looking at like Daisy Ridley struggling mad, or or something. Like,
yes.
like so we put some weird stuff in there.
The
But
worst
it
was
is
Big Fig. Like that ad just follows me around.
Yeah.
Like we were
Okay.
the disaster which was daily. Jeremy's computer froze. I'm trying to pull up like stuff to talk about, and the advertisement said, "You're a big fig," and I'm like, "Why is the ad calling me a big fig?" And it just happens to be a mattress company for
I was
fat
just gonna-
people.
I was
Like,
just-
I was
I was
like-
just gonna mention. Wait till the ads can read your mind, dude. And,
But no, so how it went was that was the day that Geeks Gamers Daily started, and we were off to a good start. And all of a sudden, first topic, I go to share my screen, Google crashes, Chrome crashes, everything. And essentially what it turned out to be was when my computer, I rebooted my computer, and then all of my screens turned off and the main screen wouldn't come on. Now, in that moment, I couldn't fix it. All I had to do was unplug my monitor and plug it back in, and my main screen switched to one of my other screens. But in that moment, I didn't know what to do. So I run up there to Stephanie's setup, and so we're on Stephanie's setup, and then it was a disaster. Jay was, messing everything up as he always does, which was making the chat very happy. The chat considered it one of the best dailies ever.
Yeah.
So we finally kind of start getting into a rhythm, and I was like, Jay, pull up this Elon Musk story about him wanting to compete with Twitch.
Yeah.
It was on Dexerto. I was trying to get us back on track. So I'm getting back in mode. I'm like, okay, I'm on Stephanie's setup. It's weird. There's Zack Snyder figures around me, which made me feel very uncomfortable. And it was just a weird situation. So finally, he shares the screen, and I'm kind of getting into rhythm. And all of a sudden, Jay's like, he just won't stop laughing. I'm like, the fuck is so funny? And it was because there was a big ad on the bottom that says Big Fig, and it had two black people laying on a mattress, two fat black people laying on a mattress. It just said Big Fig. And it was Jay's computer. So they were marketing it to Jay. So
Jeez, trying to tell me something.
Oh my God, it's fantastic stuff.
So now everyone calls me Big. There's Jay with the Big Fig energy. So whatever works.
All right, you ready, Malcolm? You ready? All right, Malcolm Flex in the house, fresh off the campaign trail with Vivek, man. So
let's go.
How the hell are you?
I'm doing good, man. Late, but still great. Sorry,
That's right.
guys. I'll acclimate. I'll be probably only 15 minutes late next time, right?
No, you're good. You're good. It's just a shocker we got this thing started on time at all. So, but yeah, good to have you back, man. I know you've been a busy man, traveling all over the place. So, good stuff indeed. So ultimately, we're not talking about anything, Malcolm. We're just bullshitting right now, and I got a ton of super chats coming in. I do have Tomac for 50 says Master
50.
Gamers and Apprentice Gamer Jeremy, are you planning on playing the new Pokemon game coming out Friday? It's called Pal World, and it might be closer to Digimon game. What about now? You're Beardo. You're our resident Pokemon expert.
So it's like this. Me and Jay Hellstorm have been talking about it. It's like this knockoff Pokemon turn-based game, but it's with guns. And the Pokemon,
I remember you telling me about it.
Kill each other.
Hellstorm was telling me about
shoot
this
each
too.
other. So it comes out on Friday. Apparently, Hellstorm's been sending me some links and stuff. I actually might check it out. I might actually stream it on Friday. So we'll see. It's apparently it's got a lot of hype behind it. It's
a trailer of it. Do you have a trailer for it? Let's pull this up. I haven't seen anything
There is
from
one.
it.
It actually looks pretty legit. I was watching it earlier.
Pokemon with guns.
Yeah,
I'm down.
it started out like a joke, like a mod that people were doing, and then it kind of took on a life of its own. But
I am 100% down to see this. So Pal World is more like Pokemon and Minecraft together. Gary, what did you play the other day when you went live? Because I saw Master Gamer Gary went live. So
I was spending 2 hours looking for a goat in Witcher 3.
Jesus Christ. I can't imagine how bad it was.
I wanted to kill that fucking goat when I finally found it, and they wouldn't let me.
God, Gary and gaming. I'm telling you, like, I know you've got like Forbidden Frontier and all that, but like your calling is to be a gamer on YouTube.
I don't know if you watched any of that, Jeremy. It took
I had to
5
get a
minute for me
chance.
to jump on a fucking horse.
I know
dude.
it's so bad, so bad,
It's so bad.
All right, you're sharing. Your audio is picking up. It's picking up.
I don't
all
know
of
how to
our
fucking
audio.
do this.
All right, Mike, do it. You're black. You know how to do it.
Whoa!
What?
Aren't you? Or half black? Well,
Well,
Malcolm,
yeah, we've
Malcolm, you're
already
muted.
established this.
You're muted, Malcolm. Yeah. So, Mike, you know how to do it.
Sure,
This is
I
a
guess.
shit show. This is what happens
You,
when
you
you're
just threw that at me all of a sudden out of nowhere. What am I supposed to fucking do?
what happens when you're talking politics all day long. Chat, do you want Gary to play Fortnite with us? That's what I need to
I
know.
would piss everybody off. I would get you all killed.
Did
I
you
would
see
be that
this?
guy.
But that's content, though.
That is content. But did you see this?
I did. I
so
kept
last
burning
night-
Roach. I kept setting Roach on fire too.
Well, last night I had the biggest Fortnite stream on YouTube, and I was thinking to myself, because all I do is play Fortnite on that channel, so it's 100% in the Fortnite algorithm now. I can't imagine some of these Fortnite people stumbling across it and hearing me talk about how much I love Donald Trump. Like, I just can't believe. I probably lose their mind when they find.
You're red pilling them.
I know, dude. I can't. Like, mom,
Red pill the kitties.
mom, this guy playing Fortnite likes Trump.
Kid, you want to save America? Come on.
Come with me, kid.
I can't imagine how bad it is, man. All right, Mike knows how to share a screen. Turn up the audio.
Fucking works. Yeah. Let me see if this works.
All right, here we go. This better be cool.
The music's on
stuff looks
point.
kind of like the pals and stuff actually look pretty legit.
Last acid trip.
Some of these are just blatant rip-offs of
Which
actual
I
Pokemon.
kind of love. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I like that they're just like, whatever. We'll just steal this shit.
That's Salamence right there, obviously.
Third person view?
Yeah.
So, Single shot.
Is it a VR?
Well, wait a minute. Is that
pause it?
Yeah, pause it. Is it like I guess the Pokemon, if you will, are you controlling them? Like, is it like
this looks like it's more like the Legends Arceus. Type of gameplay, but it did look like in combat you are controlling the actual Pokemon.
I believe you can mount some of them, and you can put guns and shit on some of them too. Because that was, this game's been around for a while. Like I said, as a mod, and now it's becoming like an official game.
How is Nintendo letting this happen?
I mean, there's a lot of Pokemon ripoffs out there that you get away with.
To be fair, yeah.
Dude, if you sneeze wrong on a fucking 3DS, Nintendo will sue the fuck out of you and every generation attached to you.
Yeah.
I don't know how this is. Keep going.
It's right around the corner. There it is. Yeah.
Wait, what the fuck?
What are their pronouns?
My favorite is the guy with the minigun right here. Like,
I'm willing to check it out.
Is that the fucking Molter from Gears of War? Oh, sign me up.
That looks kind of cool. If it's so, is it a BR? Is it a BR?
I don't know. I think
Battle Royale,
I think it's
Gary.
more like a
Battle
MMO.
Royale. So for Gary, the master gamer.
Thank you.
This is like us talking about gaming with Gary. It's like how me and Ryan feel when they talk about Doctor Who or Star Trek on Friday Night Tights. Me and Ryan was like, okay, yeah. Hey, yeah. Was there a black woman in it? All right, it's woke. That's all we know how to add. We don't know how to add anything else to it. But yeah,
I feel.
I want to see. I'm interested. So yeah,
It looks like it's more like an MMO, and it has like online co-op and stuff.
Okay.
So it's like a Pokemon survival game with guns. Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll see how that plays out. So I guess I'm interested in that. All right, I want you to pull that list up, Jay, that you pulled up with the Star Wars movies that were all set. Because some of those, I don't know if those are official names of the movies or not. Like you brought up the James Mangold.
I got you.
I don't think that one has an official name, does it?
No, most of these don't actually.
So those are just kind of speculation on that.
Well, these are the ones that Lucasfilm has announced are in active development.
Okay.
So we have Dave Filoni's The Raid
Just click
film.
on the picture. Just click on the picture and it'll show them all.
Well, no, it doesn't do that.
It does.
I mean, okay, if you want to see this part, but
all you got to do is hit the double arrows and it takes it away.
Does it? Oh, there we go. Well, I just thought it would be better to
Really
large
proud of
it.
you, Jay.
I'm proud of you, Jay.
Thanks.
Okay. So we've got Dave Filoni's Star Wars movie. We've got the Star Wars. That's the Rey movie, the New Jedi Order. We've got Mandalorian and the Green Fucker, which I kind of think we should just call it that from now on. Mandalorian and the Green Fucker. Yeah. Star Wars: Dawn of the Jedi, which is a James Mangold movie.
Yeah.
Taika Waititi's, I guess we're referring to
Gay
as the
Stormtroopers movie.
And Sean Levy's Star Wars movie, which I'm not even familiar with that one. But Jay asked me the question today. I want to throw this to the panel. Of those movies, which one do you think is set to be the most successful of those movies based on what we know right now?
Mandalorian and the Green Fucker.
Yes, that's what I said.
I'd agree.
Yeah. Gary, what do you think?
I agree.
Yeah. I mean, it's just because I think it has a much normie attention. Anybody disagree with that take?
I disagree.
Do you?
I think a movie that no one knows anything about, that you don't have to do homework for, people might be more subjective to walk in and watch than if Dave Filoni's Star Wars film. If you've seen the show, you probably could care less about the movie, the way it's directed and stuff. Ray, that's just going to be a disaster. Mandalorian season 3 just fell off. I mean, just completely fell off the mark. I don't know. I know when Grogu first came out, the merch was selling like crazy. I'm not sure if it's still selling like it used to be before. So, and the fact that they do push that you gotta watch like season 4 to understand the film will keep people from going. They'd rather wait. They'll just wait and watch it later, like on streaming. James Mangold film, I think after Indiana Jones 5, people probably be a little less interested. In Taika Waititi, no one gives a crap about gay. I'm not saying it's gay Stormtrooper, but probably what's gonna happen. What he did with Thor: Love and Thunder is probably what he's gonna do.
Yes.
So I like Sean's at the bottom. Just like I don't know, if you keep that like undercover and it's just a raw, gritty Star Wars movie, that probably would do better, in my opinion. I just think Mando has lost its appeal.
Nothing's moving the franchise forward.
No.
Like none.
Well, I totally agree, but we just asked which one would make the most. That's all. That was the question.
But it is true though. But overall, in the big picture, there's not one single thing that if you see this happen, like this movie comes out, like what does it do for the next, iteration, the next step? What gets, and none of this gets anybody excited. The Dave Filoni Star Wars movie does absolutely nothing. You are continuing to devolve it into things that, again, Ahsoka shouldn't even be alive at this point in time. Ahsoka shouldn't even be a character that's being focused on. We all know that Daisy Ridley's Rey is just absolute trash. The only one that I guess James Mangold's supposed to be set like in the Old Republic. Am I right about that?
It's the beginning of the Jedi.
Yeah, it's the beginning of the Jedi, right? It goes way in the past. So yeah, maybe. Like I said, like something like that might have an appeal to people that don't like what's on Disney Plus. It's quite possible. I'm just speculating at this point, but yeah. I mean, Ahsoka season 1 was basically Ahsoka switching places with Ezra Miller. So in the show, and season 2 will probably be the whole episode of her leaving that planet, and then it's like, now watch the movie for the conclusion. I don't think anybody will care.
No.
So Taika Waititi, what the heck? Like everything that he's done for Disney has been god awful.
Yeah, I mean,
so
water.
Yeah, I mean, it is so depressing to kind of look at the slate that they have to understand that, like, if you go back to when, you remember when Rogue One was introduced and it was called Rogue One, a Star Wars, or was it a Star Wars anthology? Rogue One is what it was titled. That sounds fucking cool. And the first kind of teaser we got was just like, it sounded like all out war, you know what I mean? And there was like genuine excitement about what that could mean to the universe and what it could mean, from a story perspective. None of this has any of that. None of this. This is all just generic, boring bullshit. And this doesn't drive anything forward at all.
Yeah,
so
it's going back into the old bag.
Yeah, it's crazy to me that like they decided, okay, yeah, we'll go back, and instead of going back to like the Old Republic, that's just a popular IP that people would love to see characters from, they're like, let's go back even farther so we can just make sure we fuck up the entire Force and affect everybody. Because like if they can retcon and make the Force as fucked up and as bad as they did with Doctor Who, they're gonna do it. They're gonna make the Force, have a bent towards female characters, and they're gonna have all this crazy shit about like Sith and Jedi are all based on misogyny and all that shit. It's like I don't understand why you guys feel like you have to constantly go all the way back to the beginning of something and explain everything, but it's because they want to just make sure that the very core of this IP is what they want it to be. They can't handle like having to be beholden to anybody else's work.
Yeah. So. Yep. So yeah, Disney Star Wars sucks. Not really breaking any news right there, but Gina, like again, we talked about Gina's come out looking good, because honestly, if Gina was still part of all this, I wonder how miserable she would be, to be fair. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Mandalorian season 3, and she was set to get her own series that got canceled. But again, how good or bad was that going to be? Because I mean,
and
Gina
would it even be made?
Yeah,
even if she was
Yeah.
still there, would have wasted her time. She's so much better off.
And you know good and damn well, like they would have turned her, probably the writing would have turned her into like a girl boss. Like they couldn't take advantage of the fact that she's just actually a badass. They would have like made her this unrealistic, like stupid badass that would have made no sense from a storytelling standpoint. And and that's the problem with it. Who's that? I've seen that video of this I guess she's not a white chick. I don't know if there's this girl, she's got like a Donatello stick and she's like swinging it around. I guess she's some athlete. And I'm like, why isn't that chick in your movies right now?
Right.
Why isn't she being cast in these movies? Because you're already going to get instant credibility the moment she's cast into an action movie. You already have instant credibility. She looks the part. She already can physically handle whatever you're wanting to give her. And then you write a coherent story around her that's believable. And you've got potential magic right there. But
I think the real question is, what's the bet ratio like is of these films actually getting made? So it's like, how many of these will actually quietly just disappear and get
Sean
flushed
Letty
down
will
the toilet?
disappear. Taika Waititi won't happen. Dawn of the Jedi won't happen. Mandalorian and Grogu, green fucker, probably will happen. Star Wars New Jedi Order get massively delayed and retooled. Probably a new director and maybe will happen. And I think Dave Filoni's Star Wars movie will probably happen.
Because you saw what happened today, like with She-Hulk, like the actress came out and was like, I don't think we're going to get a season 2 because we spent all our money. Basically, what she said.
That's another thing is that a lot of these new Hollywood productions, they suck at budgeting. Like,
yes, they do.
Like, it's like nobody can do math. Like, are they using girl math or some shit or what?
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, ultimately, like the Marvels could have been how much did the Marvels make? 200 million, something like that?
No, it's under. It's 197 million worldwide. It got reduced. So it hit 200 million, then they readjusted it when they actually counted the money.
Okay.
And they had 197 million total.
I'm going to ask everybody in the audience, don't send super chats. Go watch the Marvels, get it up to 199 million and leave it there. All right. That's where I want it. I just want it to 199 million. And we'll leave it there. I was kind of hoping, but then I saw that like some of the numbers put it like 202. I'm like, oh, we just missed it. But the point being is that the Marvels, okay, that's probably a bad example. Let's go to because there's really no scenario for that to make money. Like you can't, like $197 million in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is a failure, no matter how.
So what do you think any of these Disney movies is going to do? Because arguably Marvel's is a stronger brand because they actually made good movies.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with that. And so it's so hard to say what Disney or what Star Wars is still going to do because there's still brand recognition to the normies.
But
like, I don't know how much.
Even it's like the law of diminishing returns. Like every time they make a bum, like it's the intrigue dies down even more. So it's like, the next title that they release is going to be significantly lower. So that's really what we're watching out for.
Yeah.
I don't even think Deadpool, like me and Ryan were talking about this. I don't even think Deadpool's going to make $1 billion. Deadpool 2 did not cross $1 billion. And even though they're banking on Wolverine and all that stuff, it's like if they change what Deadpool actually is, like the Deadpool films that were like their standalone, they were kind of like part of the universe, but they were their own universe. Does that make sense? Like he didn't interfere with what was going on.
Yeah.
But it sounds like they're dipping their finger into that film to try to make it part of what like their phase. What are we on? Phase 5, phase 6, whatever it is.
Yep.
To bring people back in. So if they do that, they take away like the specialness of what the Deadpool film, what they actually were. So
it's just so dumb. Like Gary can speak on this better than me, but like I know, like as a G.I. Joe fan, like when they were creating all of this stuff, they intertwined like the comics and the toys, and they created backstories through the toys. Then they realized the story, like the toys would have like the file card on the back, and then you're realizing the stories through the comics, and then the comics are building the stories for the characters, and then that makes you want to buy the characters even more. And then you have the TV series, and then you're building all of this up, and it all mattered. You know what I mean? It was all like an extension to it, and it was meant to complement it. None of this
Yeah,
stuff
that shit.
anything.
That shit was novel when they first did it. Like everybody's like, "Oh shit, bro!" Like you see, like even the normies, they were like, "Oh shit!" Like it's like an extended universe. So you watch this, and then this dude from this movie, and then there's Black Panther, you know, fucking Wakanda and shit, and like everybody was just happy to see like everybody just sort of like, you know, it coalescing into one film, and that was novel. But they ran that shit into the ground. Too.
Yep, the novelty wore off. There's a German saying that says, "Hunger is the best sauce." Now they just they just spew out, they spam out content, and it's content. And you talked about it earlier, diminishing returns. The next two titles we just spoke of, Acolyte and Skeleton Crew, are going to damage the brand more. Every time they release something bad, it damages the brand even more.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't even know what Skeleton Crew is or about. I guess is this an animated show or not? Like, I don't even know.
No, it's a live action show. Director of Spider-Man No Way Home is doing it with Jude Law. And it's basically
that's right. Yeah, Ryan told me that Jude Law was in it.
It's
that's
like
right.
Star Trek Lower Decks. It's supposed to be kind of like a Skeleton Crew, just like a blue collar crew in the Star Wars
Disney
universe.
Plus release.
That's a Disney Plus release.
What a novel.
Haven't seen a single picture of it. Haven't seen anything
nothing.
from it. So I really question if it's going to be out this year.
Well, okay. So I think this is, and I know Gary, I know we don't have you for much longer. So I wanted to ask you this before you are going to get out of here. But Hollywood, the rest of 2024, what is your outlook on what's going to happen with Hollywood? Because you're as plugged into this world as anybody, and it's going to be a weird year with the election going on, which is going to take a lot of people's attention right now on YouTube and just in general. But Hollywood has hardly nothing coming out here. What do you think the forecast looks like for them?
Brutal. Absolutely brutal. There is a strong possibility they don't have a single. In 2019, they had Disney alone had $7 billion films. I think there was like 9 or 11. I can't remember the 9/11. I can't remember the exact number, but it was a lot. And this year they might not have one.
Jeez.
They might not have one. There could be a surprise out there, sure. You know, like there's going to be some good movies coming out, but I don't think they're going to hit $1 billion.
Well, I think a lot of good movies came out this past year, but the problem was they weren't like, there were a lot of lower kind of movies that aren't the big budget movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're
movies
profitable,
but they're profitable, but they're not turning the
tentpoles.
needle. Yes,
and
they're not turning the needle.
You need tent poles. You need your industry to be strong. You need to have a strong Marvel and DC and comics. You need to have a strong Hollywood, because that drives the market, which creates more opportunities for indie, which creates sleeper hits and stuff. Problem is you have to actually release stuff, and these idiots delayed everything that was like pretty much finished.
Yeah.
And because of the strike's going to delay everything more. Plus they're cutting Hollywood in half. Basically they're making half the amount of shows, half the amount of movies. And if they turn things around, we're not going to see it until 2026, 2027. In the meantime, you'll see theaters closing, lots of theaters closing. They were on the brink. The only thing that kept them alive was our tax dollars. And they're not getting that this time. There's no COVID relief out there. Hollywood lived off of COVID relief. You know, it's amazing how that dried up and a bunch of industries started having hard times right after that COVID money.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Dried up and massive layoffs. And it's going to be terrible. I think the best stuff will probably be on streaming this year.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. And like I said, man, the movies that will come out will be movies that, they're going to be your Iron Claws. It's going to be like a movie that's really fucking good, but it has a really small budget. Five Nights at Freddy's, a really small budget. It'll make a good amount of money, but it's not turning the needle. The days of the Avengers and all of that shit. I don't know if you're ever going to get back to that. I know you're not going to get back to that for the foreseeable future for sure, but it's like anything else. Just a few years ago, we always thought, like, we were thinking that once Netflix kind of started taking over, it brings up a famous kind of, debate on Friday Night Tights that we had about the binge model versus weekly. And it did seem like when Netflix took over, the weekly was over. And then you had the competitors come out, and then they started releasing weekly. And then you started to see Netflix is kind of like, I don't think they're going to go full weekly at all, but they've at least had like their stunted releases where they do like part 1 and part 2 a few months apart or something like that, which I think is a really good model. It's a really good kind of bridge into it. But my point being is that just because it looks like something has gone away, I think that ultimately the market determines the market, and people have shown that they do. I think that people have shown that they at least enjoy the weekly model as well. So now we have to see how Netflix, being the industry leader, are they going to continue on that path? And the reason I bring that up is just because of the Hollywood thing. It's easy now to look and go, man, are we ever going to get the big tentpole movies again? And will it ever change? It seems like it's never going to come back, but 5 years,
yeah,
who knows? It just depends on if they're going to start firing all the weirdos and all of that. But
because the biggest surprise of last year was Oppenheimer, right? That was absolutely the biggest surprise as far as financial success. It's winning awards. And that was just because you had a competent filmmaker making a film and then releasing it next to Barbie and creating that whole phenomenon. You'll never see that again. Those are done. It's winding down, because Hollywood's not the highest form of entertainment anymore. They're not the big dog. It's gaming. And there's so many other things to do. And now Hollywood is in direct competition with themselves from 10 years ago, 5 years ago. So many people, you notice you notice that if you look at the Netflix top 10, all the time now, you will see a movie that was released 8 years ago, 7 years ago, popping up on there going, huh, all right, that's interesting. And
like Suits right now is destroying on Netflix. Like, and it's an older show.
Yeah, it's a really mid show, but it's like it's you don't have to pay attention to it. You could have it on in the background. You could check your phone during Suits. You're not going to miss anything. That's mostly what people want to watch. I just took a look at Mahler showed me Silo today. I know it came out earlier. Had a really good first episode, so I'm probably going to watch the rest of it. It came out 6 months ago. I didn't think about it very much because there's so much crap out there. But like if streaming wants to really make strides, and it will with the big dogs, they got to put out more stuff. Like Reacher's on right now. I'm enjoying the hell out of Reacher. Reacher's really good.
I'm gonna have to. I
watch.
I watched the first episode a while back, and I was like, "It's okay, it's fine." Because Ryan was telling me how good it was, and I know Steph's talked about how good it is too.
Outstanding.
But the look in your eye tells me it's a little more to do with certain aspects of the show
It's
than
the eye candy,
storytelling. I mean,
It
is excellent.
No, it's a great show.
It's really
a great
good.
show.
It's a great show.
Ripped.
It is.
I mean, it's.
It is. It is. Season 1 was really fucking good. Season 2's been good. We got to see how it ends. But yeah, shows like that are fine. They're just normal shows where the dude beating the fucking out of people and killing them over and over again. I'm okay with that. Like just beating up bad guys, shooting bad guys. It just normal stuff. A normal traditional story. There's not a bunch of insufferable girl bosses running around. Everything makes sense. So I think they need to lean way more into that.
Well, to your point about gaming and all of that and how big it is, it's true. But I think truly, because gaming has always kind of been a thing, it's gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. YouTube is truly the thing that's taken away from Hollywood.
Yes, it is. Well, yes.
And you've talked about that many times. But yeah, YouTube is the thing that has affected, like the fact that we can go live on Friday night and have 20,000 people watching Friday Night Tights instead of going and watching a movie or whatever, you know what I mean? Or going to Blockbuster and renting a movie or something. Like that's crazy. It's truly insane. So I just, that's to me the thing. And that's not going away. And when you say YouTube, we kind of talk about everything, whether it's Twitch, because I mean, there's people that aren't Twitch that get massive amount of views, live concurrent viewers, Kick, same thing. Then
count all the creators, like all the hobbyists out there, like have their day job, they get home and they stream with their friends.
There's
thousands of them.
Yeah,
thousands, and that's going to grow and grow until it's like Douglas Adams, the late great author, predicted this. He said, there's this word, there's a new word, and this was 20 years ago when he said this. It was his last interview, by the way, before he died, a few days before he died. He said, there's this new word called interconnectivity, but that's what entertainment used to be. There used to be vaudeville. Charles Dickens would go and read parts of his book live. And Mark Twain would do that too. That was the advent of stand-up comedy. That's what they used to do, live stuff, and interact with the audience and riff with the audience. That's what it used to be. And then in the 20th century, we got away from that, and they just started making albums, making cassette tapes, making CDs, making VHS. And now we're back to, we can entertain ourselves. We don't really need all that. It'll always be there in some form or another. They're just going to have to do something that corporate America, this weird satanic version of corporate America we have, that doesn't believe in. It's called contraction. This is why I'm a huge fan of the small business capitalism, the mom and pop capitalism, because I had a mom and pop shop, and if I broke even one year, I'm like, cool, I don't need to fire anybody. I broke even. A corporation breaks even. There's hell to pay. Yeah. There is hell to pay. So Hollywood's not going to be able to handle that, and that's and plus they regulated AI right out of their industry. And yes, the robots are going to come kill us all someday. But until then, you know what independent creators can use? Freaking AI all day long.
AI makes things a lot faster.
Personally, I thought AI was going to be a hell of a lot better for the fucking industry. Like, some AIs, you can literally just have them tell you, no, that's dog shit and it's not going to work. Change it. And, I really I don't know where they're going to go, because human creativity has hit its fucking peak. Like, what more is there? Like, you can only make intersexual amputees, so many times.
So interesting. Let's be real. They're only so interesting. You can make, listen, Daredevil, blind guy, pretty interesting guy. You know how they made him interesting? They stuck with the comic for decades and built good stories with brilliant creators who knew what the hell they were doing. So they took this weird, really happy blind guy. Daredevil used to be, like, you read the early Daredevil, happiest blind guy in the world. Golly gee, woo, I'm blind, it's okay. And handed him to Frank Miller, who turned it into Marvel's Batman, but in a lot of ways better. And now he's one of their best characters in the top 3, in my opinion.
We know how much you love
Spider-Man, Daredevil.
We know how much you love the Daredevil Netflix series.
One of the greatest shows ever made.
Yeah, well,
you think that's the best comic book TV show movie ever, or
a specific superhero? Yes.
You think it's better?
Like Superman the movie's like the GOAT for me, and then number 2 is Daredevil
over Dark Knight.
Chris Reeves
over Dark Knight, because Daredevil deals with the character of Daredevil with more respect than Dark Knight does with Batman. Dark Knight's a great movie, guys. It's a great movie.
Great movie.
It's not better than Daredevil season 1 when you're talking about adapting a comic book superhero.
Yeah, it's not a very accurate comic.
Yeah, we have never seen the comic book Batman in a movie ever.
I've always said Batman Begins is a better Batman movie than The Dark Knight anyway. A better Batman movie, but The Dark Knight's a better movie, slightly. Yeah. And I don't think it's because of the Joker. I mean, I think the Joker is a nice piece of the puzzle, but I think everybody in that movie crushed it. But Batman Begins is a better Batman movie. But
I love Batman Begins. I freaking love it. I love that movie.
You need to play the Arkham games.
Oh yeah,
I played them a little bit. Like, they're awesome. They're great.
They're
like,
fucking
especially
awesome.
Arkham City. Listen, I know Jeremy loves Arkham Asylum. Arkham City is one of the best Batman stories I've ever.
Arkham City is one of the best gaming experiences ever.
I have always said that Arkham City is an objectively better game than Asylum, but I like Asylum more because it's a small, contained.
Yeah,
and it's got horror elements to it. You know what I mean? Like
there was like some moments in Arkham Asylum was always fun, but there's like moments like when you go to like the alleyway and like see like Bruce Wayne's like the roses just sitting in the alleyway, and you just like your character just fucking sits there as Hugo Strange just monologues at you about your fucking parents and all the trauma that Batman's experienced in his life and stuff. I'm like, this is fucking peak storytelling. Like, this is great fucking Batman storytelling here. I don't know. I just think that Arkham Asylum walked where Arkham City could run. That's why I like Arkham City better.
There you go.
I hear you.
But the other thing I was going to say real quick too, like, I mean, the thing is, nobody's looking for perfect storytelling. Nobody's even looking to necessarily get their minds blown by some kind of story that they didn't expect or see coming. There's always a zeitgeist of like, oh, this is a thing that people are interested in right now, and that'll change over time. Or, as technology advances, people become more interested in things, or people go back to traditional things. Hollywood just doesn't have the ability they don't have the ability to find the zeitgeist. They don't have their finger on the pulse of what people want because they're so far up their own asses about everything now. They think that they can dictate what people should want instead of actually being a business that relies on their customers to tell them what they're interested in, what they want. I mean, we got bad movies in the 80s, we got bad movies in the 70s and the 90s. We also got a lot of great movies too. And some of those were either, oh, I think this is kind of the way things are going, so let's all write these stories. And some of these movies get made. Some of them are really great and some of them suck, and you just keep moving on with it. There's never going to be anybody that can just bat for 10 out of 10. You're never going to get that. You're going to get stinkers. You're going to get stories that just don't really hit with people. That's not as important as just continuing to do the work, continuing to listen to what your audience is saying to you. And that's the thing, like Gary was saying, they don't listen to their audience anymore. They don't give a shit about their audience anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, and like I've been going off on this for a while, but to me it's a perfect example. Like this fucking Halo show. Like every fucking piece of marketing that they've shown,
shit up.
Every time they've shown any fucking marketing for this show, they've shown, bro.
Whenever you bring that up,
Hollywood's telling us this is the only discussion.
Bro, it's absolute dog shit. How do you not like? The thing is, like, if you're really that desperate to get people to watch your show, fucking lie to your audience. Put every marketing bit that you have. What I'm saying is, like, even in the trailers, just show Master Chief in his armor all the fucking time. Every single chance you get, show him in his armor. Be like, guys, we heard you. We heard what you wanted. They can't even fucking do that. Every marketing piece that they've shown, he's not wearing his fucking helmet. And it's not that fucking hard. And you got people like Pablo saying, well, to long-form storytelling, you can't wear armor. People don't want to see that. Like, everybody's telling you they want to see it. It's not that fucking hard. It wasn't that difficult. If you just fucking lied to your audience, more people would watch your show. Tell them, yeah, he's in his armor so fucking much, and then they watch your show and they're pissed because you lied to them. But at least you pretended like you gave a shit. They can't even do that. They're so fucking far out of reach. They do not give a shit about Halo or their fans. They don't give a shit about any of it. They just want people to fucking subscribe to Paramount Plus and hope the show gets better. There's no hope for Halo. Season 2 is going to be far worse than Season 1 ever fucking was. And the reason is because they can't even put him in his fucking armor in a goddamn poster.
The good news is Paramount Plus isn't going to exist very much longer.
I fucking hope so.
Yeah,
God, it's so fucking embarrassing.
What are and I asked Ryan this question a couple times. I'd like the panel's take, but like in 5 years, what streaming services are going to exist?
Ooh, that's
Netflix.
tough.
Amazon Prime.
Netflix will certainly be there, and Amazon because it's Amazon.
Hulu,
money to burn.
Disney Plus will be folded into Hulu.
Yep.
And the fourth one, that's it.
So you think
it'll probably like Tubi. I don't know what the fourth one's going to be, but there'll be a fourth one.
You don't think Hulu goes into Disney Plus? You don't think they want to keep that branding?
I think they'll try to do both at the same time, but like Hulu has more subscribers. Hulu's more established. They have a better their menus is better to deal with. Disney Plus has garbage on it, and Hulu will offer them all the Fox stuff. They can do rated R stuff there. So like Disney Plus will just become like a segment on it. Maybe that would be my guess.
Probably. That sounds a hell of a lot more likely. And then when Disney does their asshat shit, like nobody really thinks of, Hulu's also Disney Plus, except for like
Max.
big brains.
Sorry to interrupt you there. Max will be the other one for sure. So
YouTube,
those will be the four. Yeah.
Well, YouTube TV, of course, as well. I think that's actually still doing pretty well.
YouTube TV is amazing.
It's great.
I like YouTube TV.
I fucking hate that minute, but yeah, that's my primary TV, dude.
No, so Max will be okay. Prime Video will stick around because it's a vanity project and they have a bunch of money, but they're having to put in ads. Why would one of the richest company in the world have to force ads on their customers? Because Prime Video is not making any money. Apple TV, giant vanity project that'll probably fold into something else until they get tired of losing money on it. I mean, I guess there's some good stuff on there, but it's so proprietary that nobody watches it.
Yeah, Apple has like money to burn.
Yeah, they have so much liquid.
It's like this is a science project for us.
Yes.
So if you want to watch here.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
so the CEOs get invited to award shows, and I don't think it's much more than that. I
100%.
really don't.
Gary, I know you got to bounce. So
Yes.
do we have any? What do we got going on Friday? Do we know anything yet? I don't think we know yet. Do we?
Friday Night Tights. We know our guest.
So, yeah. Do we know anything yet? No. Me and you got to talk, right?
We got to talk. What?
Yeah.
It's going on.
Okay.
Friday on Megacon, Friday Night Tights is going to be Friday Night Tights in the morning. Folks.
Yes, it might. It's probably going to replace Daily that day. Friday Night Tights. It's probably going to. So no Geeks and Gamers Daily that day. Probably going to be just FNT Friday Day Tights. I guess we could do something like that. Friday Day Tights. We can actually griff off that a little bit.
We got to play it up. We got to have like bright clothing on and coffee cups and be like a morning show. Zippity doo! Hey everybody!
We can get Jay to sing. We can get Jay to sing the intro.
Yeah, so that's the only thing I do know is we're gonna do that one. It's gonna be like noon Eastern.
Yes. So that'll be happening. So Friday morning tights. Okay, I like that.
But that's Megacon Friday Night Tights.
That's that's Megacon. That's Megacon. We will give you guys more details on that. But thank you, Gary, for popping in. I didn't know if I was going to be here for the first hour or not because of Cobra Cast. But thank you for.
No worries. Let me tease one thing. Film Threat is releasing another article on all the WGA DEI stuff that they're forcing on the writers as part of this strike deal, and SAG is doing it as well. They got emails. They got some emails of some pissed off people. So we're going to be going over that tomorrow on the Nooner.
There we go. All right, Gary, I appreciate you, brother. Take it easy, man.
Take care, everybody. It was nice talking to you. Have a good one, chat.
Later, man.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Thank you.
All right, we have got to catch up on Super Chats because I am behind on Super Chats on Cobra Cast and here. So it might just be a Super Chat show the rest of the time, guys. Sorry. So we'll see. Oof. Yeah. I'm so far behind. It's crazy. I know. Terrible. I know. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. It's so poor Jeremy has way too many Super Chats to read. But the good news is
money. Sounds like a skill issue.
The good news is Beardo's gonna fuck up some words as he's reading them. So a lot of memes are gonna be born from this.
As
Malcolm,
usual.
did you hear about my screw up earlier on Cobra Cast?
Oh my God, what happened, dude? What the fuck happened?
Yeah, tell him, Jeremy. What happened?
I said the N-word.
Yeah.
Eric, did you tell him that pass was only for a minute?
Nah, man.
Ain't nobody giving Jeremy a pass.
All rules and regulations, man. I can't say
Ain't nobody giving Jeremy a pass. He's from Alabama.
Terms and conditions, bro. Terms and conditions. You got to read them shits.
Oh man, yeah.
I can't. Yeah, he didn't follow rules and regulations. I can't take responsibility.
The name was
Understood.
I think the name was Munchie Ninja. But it had an X, so it was like Munchie X Ninja, and I didn't know it was Munchie, so I got really fucking confused, and I just said it, and I'm like, well, there's my PewDiePie bridge scene right there. At least it wasn't the hard R. But I did get a text from Ryan Kendall, and he's like, "This is the first time I've respected you." So there's that. But yeah, so that happened. Oops.
Oh man. Oops. Yeah. No, you're about to take off, man. Cobra Cat's gonna have like 100,000 people just watching. Like, is he gonna say it? Is he gonna say it? Is he gonna say it?
Crazy how that happens.
Oh no, it's so bad. They'll probably start sending in purposeful traps.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the fun.
Oh no, it's happened to me before. So when I was when my channel was first growing, like it's what is it? They're like my friend. I know John Campy. A lot of streamers have fallen for this. Chat, I know you know what it is, but there's a name that they say to try to get you to say it, and I said it like 5 times before I realized when I put it all together. It's a
Steve.
Nick. No, it's
Steve.
Nick.
It's Steve Kerr's son, Nick.
Yeah, Steve
Oh.
Kerr's son's name, and his son's name is Nick. So they
But
were like,
that's
"Hey,
real.
Jeremy."
That's
I
real.
know.
Steve Kerr's son is Nick.
So they were like, "Hey, Jeremy, it's my friend's Nick, his birthday. Can you say happy birthday to?" And I'm like, "Oh, well, yeah, happy birthday, Nick." And I just said it like 5 times, and I was like, Oops.
That's funny. Accidental racisms will always be funny, right?
That's yes.
All the sports shows, though, they had their own kind of scare. With this recruit Ryan Kaniga, I think. They literally had their own little scare going. So don't feel bad, man. Everybody got it.
Oh, good stuff. All right, Beardo, what we got?
All right, let's see. Retro Meister for 50 says Ubisoft is pretty much telling us to go F ourselves by saying we won't own what we paid for. And they're trying to slowly ease Tom Clancy's legacy from future games like Splinter Cell. Time to set sail on the high seas with the Straw Hat crew.
Let me actually, and I pulled that up. I know we had that in there, but like this is something we need to talk about. Okay, so right here, Ubisoft exec says gamers needs to get comfortable not owning their games for subscriptions to take off. They're just telling you point blank. Yeah. They're just telling you, hey,
you will own nothing.
You will own nothing, and you will be happy about it.
Yeah.
You will own nothing, and you will be happy about it. And that's essentially what they're telling you. And this is why I'm not saying I don't buy digital, but I go out of my way to buy physical media, whether it's especially retro games, all that stuff. But like currently, like I just went and bought the Oppenheimer Blu-ray. And of course, Christopher Nolan motivates you to go and buy physical media. You know what I mean? He's an advocate for it. But it's almost like the streaming situation, like streaming and how that's happened. Because right now, if Netflix closes shop today, think of all the stuff you lose access to. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like if it goes away today, you could be in the middle of your favorite season of all time, gone. And like I said, I've talked about this before. I'm not trying to turn this political. The Apprentice, you cannot find it anywhere. You can't find it. The Apprentice was the #1 show, and it ran for I think 16 years.
You got to be able to find old clips on YouTube.
Oh no, you can find clips, but you cannot.
Clips of it.
I cannot go to a major streaming service anywhere and purchase The Apprentice in its entirety. Now you can go to the Internet Archives, and people have sent me that, but I cannot go to any streaming service and purchase The Apprentice, all 16 seasons or whatever it is. You can't do it.
Aren't they making an Apprentice movie?
Yes, they are.
Yeah. Sebastian Stan, right?
Yes.
Sebastian Stan, Winter Soldier. He's playing Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Something that's also kind of insidious about this whole thing is that for a while there, they've been pushing things, but even now with some games, even if you own a physical copy of it, because they have always online services and stuff, some of those games are inaccessible now. If they shut down the servers, even if you own a physical copy, the game won't run. Like they've been doing shit like this for a long time because they don't want you to own their stuff. And we've seen so many fucking games get started, do shit, and they just give up on them and they shut the servers down. They go, sorry, that game doesn't work anymore. We're moving on to other things, because it's just a funneling people down the line. They know that that's what they're doing. They know that that's what they've been gunning for, and that's why they push this online all the time shit. And every fucking company has their own launcher that you have to download, their own software that you have to install. Yeah, it all has kernel shit in it. So you're essentially giving all these companies access to all your computer files, everything that you have, so they can have a shitty launcher that fucking breaks down all the time. If Ubisoft Connect goes down, you can't play your fucking games.
Yeah.
So once again, like Jeremy said, one of these companies folds up, all your shit's gone, and you ain't never getting it. Getting it back.
And it's even worse with the microtransaction world. And this is as a MMO enjoyer, a filthy degenerate that I am. Again, some people I have come across, some whales will spend upwards of several thousands of dollars in the game, and this is over the course of several years, and then that shit's gone, and you're like, well, fuck. All right, guess I go to the next one and spend several thousand. It's a vicious cycle, and it's just like I'm waiting.
Well, that's FIFA and Madden, right? It's a yearly annual release. People pump thousands of dollars. These degenerates are pumping thousands of dollars into these packs to get the best version and best stats of their favorite player. And then guess what? The next year, the next game comes out, and they got to start all over again.
And it's so fucking stupid because at the end of the year, the end of every season, they release the Redux versions, which are so much cheaper, and you can literally get them from the in-game gold and shit. But
And then you get, you got games like Call of Duty. You buy a skin. They go, oh, cool, Warzone 3 is coming out. None of your shit's gonna transfer. Sorry that you bought all those fucking skins for that game, but none of that matters. But your premium currency will transfer across multiple games because we do want to make sure that you're spending that in-game currency. They can easily make it so that your shit carries over. And once again, I know Jeremy's gonna love this. Fortnite is one of the people doing it right. Like, you buy a skin, that skin is with you forever. If you got a skin from season 1, that shit's yours still. You still got it, I mean, but that's the thing. Like, these companies, it's just about, how much money can we bleed out of these people. I agree with the way that they've dealt with, what was it? Ghost, one of the recon games that they did, Wildlands. They had like a fucking Predator DLC. Now you can't. They lost the rights to Predator, so now that whole section of the game is gone. They just removed it. So if you bought that game hoping to like experience like a cool Predator thing, it's gone. They could just edit your game in the middle of it, and you don't have access to it anymore. Auto updated, doesn't fucking matter whether you had the game or not. That shit's gone. You'll never get it back.
Yeah. I saw this right here. Tubi TV announced that it entered a content partnership deal with MGM's Television to become the exclusive home for all 15 seasons of the Apprentice franchise. It's not there. Yeah, that announcement was made like several years ago. Unless something has changed, and I've just recently checked this because I talked about this on another live stream, and that's how I found out it was on Internet Archive, because people had sent me that. But it's not on any major platform where you can actually go purchase it, to my knowledge. Now, if I'm wrong, correct me, but the Tubi TV thing was like from several years ago. That's not a new post. That's from several years ago. And they and again, if like the reason this even happened was it wasn't like I was trying to find a gotcha or anything. I was watching Shark Tank clips. Shout out to Mark Cuban, who's a retard. But I was watching Shark Tank clips, and I enjoy Shark Tank. I think Shark Tank's a really entertaining show. But I was like, man, I remember watching The Apprentice. I would like to watch The Apprentice again because The Apprentice was a fucking awesome show. So I start looking for clips on YouTube, and I'm like, well, there's a few clips on YouTube, but where's the full season? So then I start looking. I'm like, I can't find this anywhere. It's nowhere on the internet, which doesn't make sense. A highly successful show with the most famous human being on the planet, you can't buy. Make that make sense. And we all know why. I mean, I'm not breaking any news as to why. It's because it makes him look really good, because he's a really good businessman. He's really smart. And so that's the whole point behind it, is once you don't own physical media, you're done. It doesn't belong to you. And so this Ubisoft thing is bullshit. But what do you think about this whole thing, Ripa?
I mean, look, this isn't a Ubisoft unique thing. It's just kind of where things are and where it's trending. I mean, with everything being digitized, right? This is in every industry is dealing with this sort of problem of you don't basically own anything. It is that you purchase from them, whether it be the servers go down, whether it be they decide not to support this and that item that you have becomes sort of a null and void, right? It's not a thing anymore. So yeah, it's like that across the board that we're seeing with different industries. I mean, we even see that with like some of the digital comics stuff, you know what I mean? And those shifting around with Comixology, what's going to transfer over, what's not. So it's just a reality, which is why I think physical media is, you've seen this slight bit of like increase, I think, in several different industries, let's say. And I think that's part of the reason why, is that people are realizing that it's best that they have the physical product. Because, and it's not just with like something as not having access to it, it's also a censorship issue, right? Of, you get all these adjustments being made to a thing it is that you bought. And if you hold maybe that physical copy of that thing, you got the unedited version of it, if that makes sense. So this is just a reality of so many things that are becoming more and more digitized. It's just what it is. So I don't know how to combat it, right? I don't really have the answers. I mean, I exist in an industry where I do comics, right? And we don't produce digital comics. It's not going to stop some people from ripping it off, but we don't do digital comics at all, like through an app or we don't do digital comics like at all. I think the physical media is what drives that industry, but that's something that's very, very unique to comics, right? Where as to with something like video games, it's the entire industry for the most part has moved to digital media. That didn't happen in comics, thankfully. That didn't work. I think it's because it's such a unique industry. But with games, that's it. You know, physical media is gone. You got PCs, that shit's everybody's on Steam and doing all sorts of other stuff. Nobody's having the physical copies of the games. And then on top of that, when you still have the patches and the server related issues that are going to still be associated, even if you have the physical disc. So yeah, it's just what it is. Games was the one industry that everybody embraced moving to the digital stuff, and I guess we're suffering the consequences.
That's very true. I mean, yeah, because like for instance, like it's impossible to actually think that a time where Fortnite's not going to be playable because it's such a popular game. There, in a few years, Fortnite might be a thing where it's just unplayable because people have moved on. That's probably going to happen, at least at some point. You know what I mean? And just like with me, with like Titanfall, the first Titanfall has no campaign, so there's really it's like I've tried to play it online and I've gotten on there a few times. It's so bad. You know what I mean? Like it's unplayable and I want to play it just so I can experience that world and those maps. I don't care if you fill it with bots. I just wish I could play that environment, and there's nothing to play really. And it's depressing as hell.
This is just Ubisoft's way to compete with like Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass. And just like, like Ripa said, there's value in physical media now. Like say you buy a digital game on your PlayStation, whatever, your account gets hacked, even if on Steam on PC, because nobody's PCs have a port to put in your CD ports anymore. Like it's all digital. You're buying on Steam or the Epic Store. You lose your account, you lose the password, or you get fucking hacked. Whatever it is, that game's gone forever. That's why there is value in buying a physical copy. But this is just Ubisoft competing with Game Pass or even the the Epic Store or Steam. I do think, just to play devil's advocate, because I'm not a fan exactly of what they're promoting, but I do think that this was very poorly worded. Because, I mean, I have the article right here. Pretty much they're just saying, one of the things we saw, this was in a quote, one of the things we saw is that gamers are used to is a little bit like DVDs, having an ownership of their games. That's the customer shift that needs to happen. They got comfortable not owning their CD collection or DVD collection with streaming Netflix, HBO, and shit like that. That's a transition that has been a bit slower to happen in video games. As gamers grow more comfortable in that aspect, you don't lose your progress. If you resume your game at another time, your progress file is still there. So they're not saying it got taken out of context because it's very, very fucking poorly worded. Now, I don't agree with it, but I do think that if this was worded a little bit differently, if this was more of a promotion for their digital online store for Ubisoft games, it would have got taken a lot differently. But the wordage that they fucking used was horrible, and that's why it's getting this kind of reaction.
Wordage that they used was horrible. Remember that.
Wordage.
It sounded like you said wordage. It sounded like you said wordage.
I did say wordage.
Okay, yeah. So I was like, remember that next time he reads the super chats.
Same shit.
The wordage that he used is horrible. Remember that.
It was horrible.
Look, I dropped the N word on a super chat, so I got nothing to say today.
Hey, I know words.
I should have played this. This is what the best words. As soon as I didn't have this, but as soon as I did that, I should have said,
I know words. I have the best words. But there's no better word than stupid.
All right, let's go. Moving on. I like how I said we got to read super chats, and I let you read one.
Well, at least that super chat was one of the topics that we had for tonight.
I pulled a Mark the Cyborg.
Truck driving gamer for a 50 for the reparations Jeremy will have to pay for fuck. I got to be careful now. I don't want to slip into it. Mislabeled ninjas. How dare he? I wish I could be at Megacon, but at this freight, maybe
probably rate.
Yeah, at this rate. Ain't gonna deliver. Oh no, but this freight ain't gonna deliver itself. Have fun, y'all. Keep it dirty side down and between the lines. Hail all the glaive.
Hail. Thank you.
Hayden for a 50. Poe's Law. An internet culture adage that states that without a clear indicator of the author's intent, any parodic or sarcastic expression of extreme views can be mistaken by some readers for a sincere expression of those views. Thank you, Hayden, for the 50.
Hayden Wayne. What up, Hayden Wayne?
Hayden Wayne. Tomac for that 50 about the Pokemon game. We read that. Thank you, Tomac. Tomberry Mazda for a $50. At this point, Star Wars is just political activists peeing on the deck of a Star Destroyer. Hood Blade for a 10. Hey, Mike and Beardo. It's Nathan from Epicverse. Had a blast working with you guys in Upper Michigan, though I'm still looking out for props falling from the sky thanks to Jake the Viking. Hail the 199.
Hail.
Oh, yeah.
What's up,
shout
Nathan?
out, buddy.
Yeah, shout out, Nathan. Hardy Boys and the Phantom of the Film Actors Guild for $10. All this talk about Disney minus Star Wars is making him break out some classics. Can someone please send Gary a copy of Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2 so we can see a master gamer kick it old school?
Dude, the list of games. I'm going to make sure that the next game Gary plays is Arkham Asylum. He has to play Arkham Asylum and then work his way up to City. It has to happen.
They're so good. All of them are so good. Even Origins, man. Even Arkham Origins. Like, people forget about that one because it's not a Rocksteady game, but it's still in the Arkham universe.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fucking good, dude. It's so good. Especially playing on PC. Like, man, it's fucking fantastic. Joey C for a $5. Gary, you did time with my younger brother in Folsom. He is a Sereno big homie named Solo with a tattoo of BVN on his neck. Shout out.
I don't know if that's that's a troll or what. I'll pass that along to Gary.
Pass it along to Gary. We'll ask him if he knows an old friend Solo from back in the day. George the Giant Slayer for a 20.
George!
What's up, George? Control is a reaction to fear, and Hollywood is afraid. All hail Geeks and Gamers and the amazing panel.
Hell yeah.
Hey, George. Brian for a $5. Ripa, will you have t-shirts and comic books for people to buy at your booth? I want to get some for my brother-in-law.
Yes, we will have books. We'll have some merchandise at the booth. You have plenty of stuff to get.
And yeah, and like I said, everybody's going to be there at some point throughout the day. You know, whether it's me, Gary, Drinker, G&G crew. So it's going to be awesome.
Chris Benoit for $20.
We got that one.
Yes, we did. Yellow Flash 2 for a 20. Ryan forced Jeremy to say the N-word. JM the Elite Fan for a $20 on Rumble. Don't know who thought Jay farted on stream last week. The only thing he's smelling are them Benjamins, Vince McMahon style, because he gets his books out on time. JM the Elite Fan for another 20. Jay,
Dude, most people would avoid what happened, and I had almost 5,000 people watch me when I said it. So then I come right onto this stream and I'm like, "Hey, did you guys hear? I said the N-word." Like, most people be like, I hope no one sees this. I hope no one hears about it. It's like, look, it fucking happened. I listened to rap music growing up. It's not the first time I've said it with the A, okay? So, come on. I listened to a lot of Tupac.
So if it's Ripa and Malcolm, if it's in a song.
What about
if it's
Mike?
in a song?
Mike, I was just about to say you can exclude Mike.
Mike,
Count.
Mike's opinion only half counts.
Excuse me, mister. I've been wrong about every fucking sports prediction I've ever fucking made for the last 2 years.
I went 4-2 this weekend. Ask
Hedging your
Malcolm.
bets doesn't
Ask
fucking
Jeremy.
count.
I went 4-2
Hedging your
this
fucking
weekend.
bets doesn't count.
I went 4-2.
Okay, here's how we settle it. Mike is the tiebreaker.
Okay.
I disagree.
That's fair enough. But regardless, if it's in a song, you say it, right? And you're singing along. You're singing along. You say it, right?
What do you mean? Do you say it in the song? That's what you're
I'm
asking.
asking.
Look, you're asking like if I say it or if I'm
anyone,
cool with other people say it.
Anyone.
I don't give a shit. I don't get caught up on words as much
anyone.
as,
if it's in a
as
song,
lot of other
you
people.
say it, right? And you're singing along. You're singing along. Do you
Well,
just
let me say,
stop
I do,
singing
I
and then
do.
pick up after?
Ripa has a clip out right now.
I'll say this much: if I was doing a song, like I don't, and any of my songs, I don't drop any of those words, right? So, if I were ever to perform, if I had a song, right, and I said the word, I would not get mad at other people. Like I thought that shit. Well, who was it? Kendrick that got fucking mad at that one.
Yep.
Man, that was the
Kicked her
corniest
off
shit
stage.
I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
And it's fucking gay. It's like you put it in a song, they're singing along. Don't fucking say the shit if you are that bent out of shape that someone's repeating your song, right? Literally your song,
right?
And you get bent out of shape. So I'll say that much. How other people feel about that, it is what it is. But just as from an artist standpoint, I don't say shit in my songs that I would get mad at if someone else repeated. That's stupid.
Well, yeah, like remember the dude from Barstool that got fired?
Yeah, and then he got rehired after the fact.
funny.
Yeah,
he got
repping that song.
What's his name? Go ahead, Malcolm. Go ahead.
It's like these new rules, though. It's like these new kids. Like it's weird because back in the day, that actually used to be like kind of accepted. Like, you know, it'd be like you be in school and y'all be singing the song. And they're like, oh, can I say it? And they're like, oh yeah, dude, whatever. Go ahead, say it. Nowadays, though, like people just get up in their ass about it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it's really changed.
Yeah, I mean, you can't say anything at this point in time. I mean, everybody gets fake offended over everything. But
there's a really good clip of this guy who was live streaming, and one of his monetary donations was you could like play a song, and somebody played a Busta Rhymes song that's very infamous for the usage of its very liberal usage of the N-word. And he's a white dude, and he's in the middle of like a store, and he hears the beginning of the song start playing. He's in the middle of the store, and it's like a black neighborhood. He starts running out in the street because he's trying to get out this fucking store. The thing is, you can say whatever you want, you can sing whatever you want, but it just depends on who you're around when you start singing that shit. If you're singing it in your car, don't nobody know, you know. But you start singing it in like wrong neighborhood or around the wrong people, I don't know, somebody might feel some type of way about it. I mean, that's really what it comes down to, is the social consequences of it, not necessarily whether or not you get the approval. Like, you know, Jeremy goes somewhere and like starts saying the N-word accidentally because of the live stream, and then go, "Don't worry, I got a pass." Like, it doesn't matter. Like, ain't nobody actually looks at you and go, "Oh, you got a pass, my bad."
All I know, PewDiePie gained 50 million subs after he said it. So
that's very
fast tracking to success, Ryan. Fast tracking to success, Jeremy. Ryan.
Krista has a question for you, Mike.
I don't want to. I don't. Listen.
Is that you?
Damn.
I mean, it's because it's Krista that, you know, I know she didn't think of the implications like that. She's probably like, "What? It's just like, it's cool. He's got hair." I'm like, yeah, that's cool. That's fine. That's fine.
Jam the Elite fan for 20.
Krista is the most innocent human being on the planet. She has no idea. She's the person that runs up to those Las Vegas Mickey Mouse characters looking for a hug. And I'm like, don't go hug the crackhead Mickey Mouse, please. All right? Trust me. Look at Mouse.
You even acknowledge those people, they're going to want a tip. I've been to Vegas and
they don't exist. Like, that's the thing. Eyes forward or down in your phone. Don't look like you got too much money. Don't look like, you know. Like, look.
They don't even exist. They're invisible.
Yeah, it's like this one. It's like this one.
Where do you find a toadstool costume nowadays? Like in 2020, in the year 2000s period, the year of our Lord, where do you find like, that's some esoteric shit right there.
Yeah.
Craigslist. Jay the Elite fan for 20. Jay, I'm sending you the bill for my funeral expenses after dying of cringe from that Disney Swingers video.
Jeremy asked me to play it, so send it to him.
Hey, is what it is.
Joshua Hilton Bright for a $20. Beardo, you super fig. It's not turn-based. It's more like an Ark mixed with Pokemon, just more enslavement friendly. Well, I'm sorry, I don't know the ins and outs of a game that hasn't even fucking come out yet.
I want to play it. I think it looks kind of cool. So,
I think I'm going to play it on Friday.
And Hailstorm apparently says it has snipers, so he's happy about that.
I'm about it.
It looks cool, though. It looks cool.
Emok for a $20. A feature of note in Palworld would be that World support 32 players, so I think you could do some community nights. That won't be a problem at all, and for now, it's coming out on Steam and Xbox. No crossplay announcement yet.
This is the Pokemon game?
Yes.
So no crossplay sucks, but...
so yeah, I'd get it on PC probably regardless.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's kind of we're kind of like if there's a game that we want to play that doesn't have crossplay, we tend to try to get it on PC because that's going to give you the biggest group of people that you can play it on. It's when we're playing Titanfall 2 on PC, and so yeah, we'll see.
Bird up for a 10. On the topic of the Ubisoft thing, all I can say is that I have my GameCube, my PlayStation, my Genesis, etc. All kinds of games, they're mine. Ubisoft can pound sand. Retro gaming is the way. Hell
Well,
yeah,
I agree with that. I mean, but the problem is, so like, if another video game was never made today, and the internet, the ability for the internet died today, I would always be happy with the retro games that I own and the ones that I have access to that I can buy. And that's obviously that's something that we won't be able to say in the future as we continue to move into this era of gaming, of all this digital stuff like that. But at least that you can go back. But the problem is the retro market is fucked right now. And it's been getting fucked for a long time because of these basically in RGT 85, you know, I watch him a lot, and he talks about how the retro market has kind of been destroyed by people just elevating the cost and the value of so many games out there. And the retro market's kind of collapsed recently. And it's a big problem. It's a huge problem because, I mean, I'm a huge retro gamer or retro game collector and a retro toy collector, but the market has gone absolutely insane, especially in the gaming side. So, you know, and it's mainly just greedy motherfuckers getting involved in it that never cared about it to begin with, but it's elevated it like crazy. Like, who's going to buy, like, there's some of these games were valued at like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. And it's like, and then they turned around when the market crashed, like they had bought it for like hundreds of thousands of dollars. And then when the market crashed, they ended up selling it for like losing like 90%. Well, number one, if you're spending that much money on a vintage video game, you're not going to sell it, even if you're willing to make a profit off of it. So you're damn sure not going to sell it losing 90% of the value if you're a real gamer. So if you're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars for a video game, you're buying it because of the history and the nostalgia and the connection you have with it. And it's something you're going to always want to hold on to as a trophy piece. There's no way in hell you're going to sell it to lose 90%, much like you wouldn't even sell it to make a 10% profit in reality. And so, but you're seeing that across the board. It's a big problem. It's a huge problem.
Bird up for 10. Hey guys, curious what your 5 all-time favorite game consoles are. Mine are Sega Genesis, PlayStation 1, Sega Master System, Nintendo GameCube, and the Atari 2600.
Top 5. Super
Top
Nintendo
5.
number 1. Easily, no question. Honestly, like it's a weird question to have to ask because there's things that I have to think about. Like, does the internet exist in this scenario? Because the Switch has the Nintendo Virtual Console, the Super Nintendo Virtual Console, the Sega Genesis Virtual Console. You know what I mean? So like, that's almost like I've already got the Super Nintendo within the Nintendo Switch. So I don't know how to answer that question from that perspective. So are we talking no internet?
I think you got to treat it like it. Imagine Switch was playing only Switch games. It didn't have all that.
If you're
it's playing the virtual consoles, that the consoles are its own thing.
I think that's fair. So with that perspective, I would say Super Nintendo is number 1. Number 2 is going to be probably
came out so confident about having this fucking answer, and he
no. Well, it's the more I think about it, because okay, what are all of my memories of playing a lot of the PlayStation 2 or the Xbox 360? A lot of my memories are online video
64
games.
though.
64 is good, iconic.
Dude, everybody, if you didn't open a 64 in Christmas, like what the fuck were you doing?
I was
poor.
Your parents were slacking.
Poor.
All right, so Super Nintendo, GameCube, Dreamcast, Sega Genesis, PlayStation 1. That's my top 5 right there.
I'm gonna go PS2, GameCube, DS, PS3, and 64 probably.
Where's the fucking Dreamcast?
Dude, I am 28 years old.
And?
Before my time.
Cultured.
Before my time.
No. Well, no, because I'm 30. Well, I guess 2 years. Like I'm 30, and it's like we were right there in that Dreamcast shit. Had the little virtual memory cards that they tried to make like
PS1.
mini games and shit for.
So maybe I was just PS1, and I didn't have any kind of control over what consoles my parents got me. I just played the PS1.
Have you
and my
ever played a
64.
Dreamcast?
I did. Like, fuck. I think when my brother was being born, the hospital had like a little like playroom for like kids or whatever. Like this, like, I don't know. And I think they had like this kiosk thing. And I think I played a Sega and a Dreamcast on that thing.
God damn.
Dude.
That was the only time I played a Dreamcast.
Like, this is sad. This is sad.
I know.
This is
I know.
sad.
I want to shed a tear for you, man. Don't worry. We're gonna gift you a Dreamcast, Beardo.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
But
I'm
no,
down.
it's like didn't they have the Dreamcast like in what was it, Toys R Us, like where they had a little game like the game kiosk?
Oh
Did they
yeah,
have the
yeah.
Dreamcast?
Yeah, 100%. All right, Ripa, go. Top 5 consoles.
Man, I can't fucking do that. I'm gonna go Sega Genesis #1, maybe PS2. I can't do shit after that. I can't do anything after that.
And Sega Genesis because of Sonic.
Obviously, man.
Yeah.
Too iconic, huh?
Yeah.
I can't do anything after that. Mainly because I didn't play enough of everything coming up. Because I went from Sega Genesis to I never had like Sega CD, Sega Saturn, or any of that. I went right into that in the PS1, PS2, PS3, yada yada. Only time I played Xbox was when I would go with my partners. I played a lot of Halo, right? So that was because I was going over there playing that and Gears and shit.
Gears. God,
but,
man, we gotta
yeah.
play Gears, man. We gotta get back on the Gears. We
So-
gotta get back on Gears.
Oh, the co-op campaign.
Gears is getting a MCC like remaster. So
What?
there's going to be Unreal Engine 5. Me and Lethal were talking about it this morning. Gears is getting like an MCC all-in-one remastered. You open it up and it's got all the Gears games in it, and they're all going to be
Holy
remastered
shit.
in Unreal Engine.
That's interesting.
Yep.
Bro, could you imagine playing Gears of War 2 remastered?
God.
Like, holy shit. 2 was
I never played them
banger.
online, but I played the storylines. I loved the gameplay. I really do want to play through I want to play the multiplayer with them, but I think I'd be terrible at it. Jay, video game systems.
Probably the NES, 64, Cube, PlayStation 2.
A Nintendo man.
I think maybe
Respect it.
Game Boy. Probably Game Boy.
A Nintendo man, 4 out of 5. I
Yeah.
knew why I liked you.
Those are the
Jay.
ones that I owned because we were poor. But we bought the consoles that we could play with like people. So it's like GoldenEye. I think about the games: GoldenEye, Nightfall, Mike Tyson's Punch Out's my favorite game of all time.
Dude, I still have never beat Mike Tyson.
Yeah, PlayStation with SOCOM was probably that put too many hours on SOCOM. If you ever played that, but
Oh yeah.
Game
played
Boy
it.
was like just when you're walking around.
Yeah.
So Game Boy Advance probably would be the better one. But yeah, that's it. So yeah, Nintendo.
Yep. Mike, go.
Man, Xbox 360 is probably #1. I just have the best memories.
Never
with
had
that.
an Xbox in my life.
Xbox 360 was, bro. I never got a Red Ring of Death with my original console. I have a lot of fond memories of that one.
You're like the only one.
#2 probably NES. #3 N64. #4 is probably a Game Boy Advanced. Had a lot of good games on there, and then #5, which it kind of tops all of them, is a PC because PC gaming is.
Oh, fuck off with that.
I was doing PC shit way back in the day, and I was like, damn, the fact that nobody else is doing this.
It's not really a console though.
I think in this
Man,
next
you
gen,
know what,
in this
though?
next
Like,
gen, PC
there's
does
games
count.
that you can only play on PC that I was playing.
But that was
You're
my question.
You're that guy that, like, every time somebody says who's a better Batman, Christian Bale or Ben Affleck, and say Kevin Conroy, and it's like,
But hey,
we know he's great.
Kevin Conroy is the
We
best
know-
Batman.
We know that, but that's not the fucking question.
Here's the thing: it's not fair to say that a PC doesn't count because there's games that you can only play on a PC that you could never touch on a console. There are games that only
Still not
released
a
for PC back in the
console.
day.
Some
Yeah,
people,
it's
have
true.
to,
I still
some
think you
people
should
have
be
to
able to count
refinance their house to upgrade their fucking PC sometimes.
Like back in the day, like the only
it
way
can
that
get
you could
wild.
play Minecraft was on PC, World of Warcraft, PC.
RuneScape back in the day.
RuneScape,
Like I
yep.
played the shit out of RuneScape back in the day.
Yeah, that hard carried a lot of people's childhood. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
man.
The RuneScape grinds.
Selling magic buckets for $1 million. Yeah, I mean,
Bro,
like you had to do what
Bro,
you had to do.
motherfuckers would be Mike, bro, motherfuckers would be thugging. They literally say, "Hey, bro, want to come with our gang out to the wilderness?" And then next thing you know, they sit up and take your shit and run that fucking cartel.
Yeah, I used to run out there with a inventory full of like buckets and shit. Let them kill me, and then they found out they have nothing on me. Yeah.
Oh god!
All right, that got a lot out of that super chat.
There you go. Thank you, Bird Up. Bentley guy for $10 over on Rumble. With the way the show's starting, all I can think of is a scene from Dumb and Dumber. Look at these buns on that one. Yeah, he must work out. Hell yeah. Kellen for $10. Never forget Ripa caused the fall of the Roman Empire.
True.
That's what I heard. Hayden for 10. I went and bought a $6 Tombstone frozen pizza with my card and never said the name or anything. Suddenly, I've got Tombstone pizza ads on everything. They're watching everything.
Tombstone pizza is pretty good, though.
It is really good.
It's not as good as Wawa pizza, though. Wawa pizza is fucking good. Wawa has no business having food as good as they have. All right, I'm going to go on a tangent, so keep reading, Beardo.
All right, WG for $10. The Magalorian and Vivek.
MAGA. I think it meant the MAGA as far as what it said.
That's what I just said.
Oh, is it? I didn't hear you. Okay,
Yeah, the Magalorian and Vivek.
Okay, yes, let's go. That'll be the new movie. There's so much going on in politics right now. Fuck me, dude. I'm just never gonna stop streaming.
East Coast Toasty Boy for $10. I knew it was that authoritarian anarchist Eric July behind these fascist hate speech laws. They come out and he starts making NDAs. Coincidence? I think not. Eric's tyranny must be stopped.
Must be stopped.
Lord Botha for a 10. Hollywood is in competition with not just streaming services, but video games, but also YouTube and shows like this one, FNT, and etc. Authenticity is the currency of the future, and the creators have it.
Yep.
Shout out Lord Botha. A spoon Jay woke up to after poop cookie coma for a $5. I thought we had something special, Jay. Why don't you just go spoon with Gina instead? Thank you. Jeremy's Secret Racism for $2. Ryan approves of Jeremy's last D-Day Cobra cast.
It's not secret anymore, apparently.
Pyro Rampa for a $5. Ripa made a video, Small Towns versus Big Cities, where's better? I was interested in hearing others' opinions.
I did make that video.
What was it?
Small towns versus big cities, where's better? Small towns, right?
I mean, he's asking where to live.
Yeah, my video I talked about like
where to live is a small town's better than a big city.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't even think that's a question. I mean, it's definitely an adjustment. Like for instance, like Pensacola and Orlando, like that's where I'm back and forth between both of them. And Pensacola is more of like it's a smaller kind of city, I guess, or however you want to view it. Airport's got like one fucking plane, you know what I mean? So, but it's not.
It's a shire.
Yeah, it's a little bit going on there, but ultimately, like I prefer something like Pensacola to Orlando to kind of live long term. But even something smaller than Pensacola, I would like to live in. So small town by a mile.
DJ Fisty for $2. Hail the host, Jay, the drunk 3PO.
For 2 minutes.
Blabs the Tower Tard for $2. It rip a fault, my brain no work good. Pickles, yay. Thank you. Sketch for $2. Why, Jay? Why? Blah.
Yeah, Jay. Why?
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
Ira Brownridge Jr. for a $5. Don't need Jeremy, Jay. Deep breath and go blue, Jay.
Yeah, I tried. He came on real quick though when I started the show.
What?
I mean, I'm like, okay, I'm on Cobra Cast. I was not planning on ending Cobra Cast as soon as I was. Had a ton of fucking people watching. And then my camera was having problems the whole time. And then it just completely died. So I was like, okay, fine. I'll do another stream because I have to go live again after this. I don't know if it's going to be a gaming stream or if I'm just going to do a square up. I have no idea. I'll put a poll in the chat and we'll see what people want. But, so then I turned my phone on after I end the stream. I'm like, okay, I've been streaming for, all day, so I could take a little break. And Jay's like, hi, I don't know if we're gonna do anything until Jeremy gets here. I'm like,
I said intros,
2,000
man.
I just rated you with 4,000 people.
I know. Thanks for putting the pressure on.
So yeah. All right. Anyway, continue on.
It happens.
Anyways,
I
Elite
had a
Neo
bad
for
moment.
$5.
Had a bad moment.
So that's why Craig was doing all those squats during the side scrollers today.
I didn't
Maybe.
catch side scrollers today, so I'll have to see.
I missed it too.
Jay Schwalbach with a 50 over on locals, I'm assuming. Got nothing witty. Just take my money. Tell me you love me and take my money. This is how our relationship works.
That's pretty much Schwalbach.
Thank you, Schwalbach. Danish bacon for a 17. It was Munchie Ninja. Okay.
What?
What? I just heard a right when I read
Sorry,
that.
my theme music. Sorry, that was my theme music kicking in, guys.
All right, here we go. All right, I'm putting the poll in the chat. Super chat square up on D-Day Cobra or Fortnite on Cobra 199. Go chat. There we go.
Yo-Jitsu for a 2. Make Star Wars great again.
Yeah, by getting rid of literally everybody there.
Yep.
Rippa's fault.
Yep.
Yep.
Andre
That's
CR for a 1,000 in a different currency.
Oh man, got
I
me a
think
little
check.
excited there.
Yeah, 1,000 in check. Can the meteor fall on us now, please? Was that probably referring to the Disney Swingers thing? Replicant Patriot for a $5. Hail the 199. Khmer Gaming for a 199. Jay is a dink instead of a sink.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Jay is a big fig for $1. Says nothing.
Jay's a big
Thank you. Jared the American for a 199. Can I get a follow on Twitter from you guys? No. Lord Botha for a $5. No, I'm just kidding. Jared the American. I got a little. Sorry.
That was mean.
Damn.
That was.
It was
mean.
so fucking fast. I got
Sorry.
paid money for
I'll
that.
follow you, Jared. Lord Botha for a 5. Power World looks like the best game ever made to be killed by a legal suit. Potentially.
Yeah.
Westward Smile for a 2. You better send me money to get the Marvels to 199. Jay's something or other for a 199. Hail from Southern Winter Gig'em.
Gig'em.
Mary Nicholson for a 5. Edward Norton as King Baldwin emoted better from behind a literal iron mask than the actor playing Master Chief does with his helmet off. It's sad.
Dude,
Yeah.
fuck that show. Fuck that
Not
show.
that fucking
forever.
hard. Yeah, not that fucking hard.
Eric K for $2. Jeremy loves being the behind.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out Bobby Lachey for a $5. Saw Iron Claw. They massacred my boy Ric Flair. Still a solid 8.7 on the Beardo scale, though.
I can't put into words how bad Ric Flair is in that. Like it's such a
Really?
it's so disrespectful. That's the only thing I didn't like about the Iron Claw. Everything else is phenomenal. And Ric Flair is like not a big piece to the puzzle to the movie, but it's Ric Flair. It's Ric fucking Flair, dude. You can't do that to Ric Flair. You can't do it. So you gotta either not have him or you can deep fake him from, and make him look younger and just let Nate get in there and do it. But it was bad. It was really bad.
Like the acting was bad, or just
Everything about it.
They made him
everything
okay.
about it. Yeah, everything about it. Like it just wasn't Flair. It basically looked like somebody you hired for a birthday party to pretend to be Ric Flair. It's kind of what it looked like. It was bad. And again, it's not that the actor is bad. It's that it's Ric fucking Flair. You know what I mean? One of the most charismatic people ever. It was really bad.
MGTOW Michigander for a $5. Isn't it obvious by now that ESG matters more than actual fans?
Yes. Sad but true.
Project Egg Roll for a $2. Please say our inclusive word, Chinix. Chinix.
Just leave it at that. It's a trap. don't try to pronounce it.
Chinix. Am I saying it right, Malcolm? Chinix?
That's acceptable. Let
Yeah, Ric Flair is really bad.
It's a
Wait,
punji stick.
Am I saying it right? Chinix?
Chinix.
Okay.
He's gonna
all
really
right.
keep pushing that until he gets in trouble.
I just want to make sure that I'm saying Chinix properly. I don't want to be mispronouncing words now.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Chinix.
Not
East Coast
good.
Toasty Boy for $2. Don't worry, you can say happy birthday to Nicholas Gurr. That is not the way it was spelled.
Almost caught you lacking there.
That is not the way it was spelled. I was on top of that one.
Yeah.
Chinix. Lord Botha for $5. Beard will read super chats like Gary plays video games.
Damn.
Damn. Jeremy's secret racism for $2. I ain't fucking reading this.
You have to.
Okay, all right. I'll do it. I'll jump on it. Noah Kaniga just subscribed to DJ Cobra. It's okay, YouTube. It's okay. Look.
Oh, he's the high school linebacker. He just committed to West Virginia. Yeah, that's right. Fear the
look a
Tardo,
lot, boys.
Yeah, Fear the Tardo for $5. Dan Baloney dog sank Tardo's Jenga ship. Lock it in. Yay. Thank you, Tardo. Dave Filoni's dog for $5. I sank your Jenga ship? ? We're playing Connect 4, Tardo. Oh, okay. Fear the Tardo for $5. Hey, Encino man. Dave Baloney's dog sank my Jenga ship. Lock it in. Yay. Anakmaman.
This is a tough night for you because considering what I said on CobraCast. So
this is
They
brutal.
want the 2-beat.
This is fucking brutal, man.
Anakmaman for $2. Don't talk to me, Tardo. Okay. Grem for $5. I just got an Atari Jaguar. Atari Jaguar. Besides Alien versus Predator, recommendations? ?
So one more time, Atari Jaguar. What?
I just got an Atari Jaguar. Besides Alien vs. Predator, any recommendations?
I never really owned one. I had a 3DO back in the day. So I always wanted to have a Neo Geo and an Atari Jaguar, and I never had one. So I don't think I don't even know anybody that owned a Jaguar back in the day because they were so much. So,
East Coast Toasty Boy for $2. Who would win in a fight? Booty Daddy or Booty Warrior?
Warrior.
All right. Kyan Rinnell for a $1.99. Shave them shoulders, boy. I'm sure that was meant to be said with a little bit more venom in that.
I mean, you said that boy.
I mean, I can do my best Joe Biden impression if you want.
I'm a little concerned now.
Yeah.
Like I mean, they're giving
said it a little too real.
They're giving you money, but they're
this is a good
because we cannot cannot win this reelection. Excuse me, we can only reelect Donald Trump.
Thanks, Joe.
God damn.
Oh boy. Objectively cat for $5. When your accommodations get destroyed, you can't be too sentimental. You need to shun such inferior conditions. Join the Hizzy Wrecked. Okay, I get what they're. I see what they're.
Read it.
I see what
Power through.
Power through. Let's
Join
go.
the Hizzy Wrecked Shun.
You got to earn the money, Beardo. Earn the money.
It was Chinix, right?
Chinix. Definitely Chinix. I think we got that one.
Okay. 2003 John Cena for a $5. Tuesday night's main event. I'm the star of this show. Rippa, pull up. I'm slapping you, ho. Beard man with the small arms. I got a bone to pick. The Arkham games can suck my. And that's where he leaves it.
You don't like the Arkham games?
Come on, John.
Come on, man.
Come on, John.
That's gotta be bullshit.
Wake up!
There's no way you can't like the Arkham games. There's no way. Like that's gotta be a troll. That's gotta be a troll.
Oh, 2003 John Cena? Gotta be a troll.
Gotta be.
Von Room for a $5. Have you guys heard anything about Keanu Reeves doing a scene for Acolyte? Even if it's true, I'm sure it'll be a train wreck, unfortunately.
I have heard that rumor. I don't know if it's legit or not. I have no idea. But I have heard that rumor for sure.
Yeah.
So
there's rumors. I mean, they're saying he was supposed to be Revan, right?
Yeah, that ain't happening. That ain't happening.
Dr. Kocho Dragon became a member. Thank you, Doctor. Jeremy, secret racism for 3 months. Can't wait for Jeremy to go from casual GA to the hard ER. Hashtag
damn.
Rigas.
Baby step. Baby steps, guys.
Baby
okay?
steps. Baby steps.
and closer.
Take it easy. Take it easy. Nagranol became a channel member. Thank you, Nagranol. Danish Bacon became a member. Valkyria Winter for 9 months. Hail! Love you all and love you, Jay. Skull! And
Thank
Pirates
you.
games only.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Psychotic Mongoose.
I see the poll voted for us to play Fortnite after, so I've set up the fucking stream. Poor me, I know.
Psychotic Mongoose gifted a membership. Yo Pops gifted 5. Replicant Patriot gifted a membership. Danish Bacon upgraded membership to the 199 Battalion. Thank you. Twilight Media for a 9 months. I see Gary is shaking in his boots over the freak that wants to hurt him. Carry on, Gary. Hail 199. Cerberus gifted 5 memberships. Hub for 8 months. It's been a heck of a ride since I wandered into FNT because of Quarter Black Garrett, and I never left you guys rock. Hail the 199.
Hail the 199. And yeah, man, F&T is it just keeps getting like bigger and bigger and bigger. And I can't wait to show you guys what our plans are from like G&G perspective. I've actually got a lot that I'll be rolling out probably in the next 3 months. We got a lot of stuff that we're working on, man. So it's cool. It's been crazy. 2023 was a crazy year for us. And we kind of like we grew exponentially, but we didn't fully maximize all of that. But man, 2024 especially with the political stuff, that's gonna level up my personal channel, but it's gonna open up more opportunities for other stuff we got going on too. So I'm excited.
Shaker Maker for 22 months. I hope Jeremy's slip up got clipped.
I'm sure it did. I told someone to clip it. So
Of course, it got clipped.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck you going? Who the fuck is gonna stop following me because I accidentally said the fucking N-word? Go fuck yourself. I don't.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
I don't have little bitches following me. Okay, that's what happens when you cultivate an audience of little bitches. They start fucking running because you said something controversial. I fucking said it. Go fuck yourself.
Shut
all right,
up.
it's that simple. Hailstorm said I have multiple copies.
I'm sure he does.
I believe it.
I believe it.
I don't apologize. The only thing I apologize for is anybody being bitch made enough to get offended by it. I apologize that you're bitch made. That's it.
I'm offended.
JB
Sorry.
for 7 months. Speaking of meetups, show the Disney Stingers thing again. So funny from Daily. We did.
We
right?
did. We showed it.
We showed it.
Disgusting.
Ferd Turgeson for a 5 months. Can you swing upon a star? Cocksnot. Cocksnot gifted a membership. Thank you, Cocksnot. Jimmy became a channel member. Cheesy Tarian for 6 months. At first, I thought Palworld was Duck Hunt modded to hell and back. WD-40 for 8 months. Glad I tuned in tonight. I missed the I Want It All bundle, but I just ordered a CGC copy and a regular Alpha Core copy to read. Hail chat, hail Geeks and Gamers, hail FNT, hail the Ripperverse, and hail MAGA.
Hail, let's go.
Shout out.
Ginger Beard for 9 months. Hail Geeks and Gamers 199. Has anyone watched the anime Vinland Saga? If so, what do you think? If not, you need to. Just binge season 2. The story is a masterpiece.
Yeah,
It's on
I'm
my
not.
list.
I haven't watched the. Oh, yeah, Mike's a resident anime person. So
I wish I was. No, it's on my list. I know Josiah watched it, loved it. Everybody I've heard this watched it said they really, really, really enjoy it. I think it looks great. The animation looks amazing on it. So it's high on my list of things I gotta watch next. So
Yo Pops for 4 months. What you looking at, Jay?
Just hanging out.
The Canceled Ninja for 7 months.
Damn.
Hail Geeks and Gamers and the 199, and hail the Ripperverse. Can't wait for Yaira 1 and the Ripperverse as a whole in 2024. It's going to be great.
Let's go.
Shout out. Appreciate you, man.
Isaac for 8 months. Jamming backwards. Okay. Stephen
Hell yeah,
Wasson for
hell
8
yeah.
months. Stephen Wassick for 8 months. Stop with the you'll own nothing bullshit. It's doomer black pill propaganda. Physical media is still out there. You believe the lies about the Obamas, but don't believe this?
Then send me all 16 seasons right now of The Apprentice, please, on Blu-ray. I would love to have it because I've been looking.
I do think the whole Ubisoft thing was just poorly worded.
Yeah, but still, the point is, though, like, send me, I want The Apprentice. I want all, whatever it is, 15, 16 seasons with Donald Trump, not the fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger version. Did I say the N-word again? The Arnold Schwarzenegger version that got canceled because he's not man enough to step in the MAGA King's shoes. Send me on Blu-ray all seasons of the Donald Trump Apprentice and Celebrity Apprentice. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and also, like, that's bullshit because there are literally games that exist now that were online that no longer, you can't get them. They were online only.
Hey, send me Sea of Stars with the completionist in it.
I want to see if somebody can find Shenmue, like the first Shenmue.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
what's it called? Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Now, again,
I used to have that.
Is there some hyperbole involved in like some of it? Of course there is, but at the end of the day, if they're going to take anything away, it goes back to the gun issue. You know what I mean? Like once you give anything, you're going to lose everything. That's essentially what happens. And so and it's not about today or tomorrow. It's about what's going to happen, 10, 20, 30 years from now. And that is a realistic thing. That's a very real thing to put out there and be concerned about.
Yep.
Dimio Pachi for 9 months. Feardage the Beardage. Shout out. Luis Cuevas for 5 months. Play Ice Cube's part in the real N-word roll call by Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. That song still goes hard as fuck.
Yeah, that song's pretty nasty.
Cool. Lower Lips Liquor for 2 months. Go with my first console in television, then PlayStation 2, 5, 4, 3, and then 1. These are all the ones I still own. Dark Ray for 9 months. Hey guys, can you wish MCU fan a belated Happy Martin Luther King Day? MCU fan loves in brackets. MCU fan loves Krista Day. He's been MIA, and we're kind of concerned.
We saw him on Mario Kart. We took care of it.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
He'll be okay. True Mr. Gentleman for $1. I watched Tuesday night's main event for many reasons. You've got good takes. You've got laughably bad takes. But Beardo being owned harder than Trump's rivals at the Iowa caucus at least once per week keps me coming back. God damn. Well, I'm glad I can help.
Beardo's the star of our show.
Yeah. There's no reason this many people should be watching this show. We're all retarded. So.
This show stinks. Vault 95 Survivor for $1. Gary.
Yourself. Sorry.
Vault 95 Survivor for $1.
All right, focus. We got this, guys.
Come on, you can do this. I promise. I am very confident.
I know what that means. Vault 95 Survivor for $1. Gary, if you ever put some of your documentaries like the top 5 failures on DVD as a collection, I would definitely buy them. Hail Nerdrotic and the Forbidden Frontier.
Hell yeah.
Vault 95 Survivor for another $1. Jeremy is a big fig from the waist down.
I mean,
cool.
Yeah.
Vault 95 Survivor for another $1. Ripa. I look forward to the day you offer publishing services. I'll have my manga done by then. I'm not a great artist, but I'm good enough. Your artist won't be confused. I'm already saving money for it.
Hey, we'll see. All I can say.
Mr. Sack for $5. I still have an Xbox 360 that doesn't have the Ring of Death. Shout out, man.
I do too, actually. I do too. What's funny is, so I never got the Red Ring of Death on my primary Xbox 360, but when I started running video game tournaments, because I had to borrow a lot of systems when we played Black Ops 1. That was the first tournament I ever did. And a couple people's systems got red rings at the fucking tournament, and I was responsible. And I didn't have, it ain't like I had money. Like I was a retail employee, just living paycheck to paycheck, and I was like, I had to replace 2 fucking Xboxes. It's like shit.
Well, the 360 didn't just have the red ring. Remember, like it had the disc scratching issue. Like if you barely just moved the Xbox, it would severely scratch your fucking disc.
Yeah. Yep. 100%.
I Candleless for $5. Rippa caused the death of Sean Connery. Also, I got my ticket for Megacon last night. See you there, Jeremy. You bald fig.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. Shout out.
It's got to be crazy.
Laura Lynn Lance for $5. Hail to the 199. Hugs for Jeremy and Epic. Hi, Steph. Elotes the long way for Beardo. Hi. Nice to meet Malcolm. Smooches for the J Bear. Hi, Chocolate Bear. Nintendo consoles. Thank you, Laura Lynn Lance, for the 5. Fantastic Mr. Knox for a 5. Hail, fellas. Been playing the Arkham trilogy on Switch, and I'm loving it. Hey, shout out, man. I'm glad you're liking it. Come Here Gaming for a 199. Saw Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. It sucks.
I've heard that. I kind of want to see it. I kind of want to see it.
It's awful.
Not very good.
Empty-headed for a 199. Jay, congrats on getting the real BBC again.
Yeah, I'm on a lot of channels. I don't know how I do it, but I'm there.
Ryan's anime takes for a 199. Vinland Saga is mid. Whoa. Oh, Ryan's anime.
That's
okay.
Ryan's
I
anime
get it.
take.
I get it. Jeremy's Secret Racism for $2. Ninja. NICCA.
He's trying to throw him up, man. Dang. It's
Wet.
like watching a guy walk through a minefield.
I've got Beardo, next time you start talking, I think I got the thing to stop you if you're going too far. So go ahead and start.
Ninja. Shut the fuck up! All right. Thank you, Jeremy Secret Racism, for the $2. I've been told by Boss Man to shut the fuck up! Beardo's toupee for a 199. Thanks for giving me a break with the hat tonight.
What?
I ran out of glue. I ran out of glue.
Beardo's
That's all it is.
toupee.
Yeah.
Oh my! How did y'all know?
I don't know, man. I don't know. MGTOW Michigander for another 199. Invite Luke Korlich art. He's awesome. Luke Korlachwicz. Korlachwicz art.
Great job.
Sure.
He's
awesome. I'm sure he is. Mr. Peckerwood for $5. My favorite part of ISOM is the page in ISOM 1 Eric gave to his wife to advertise her business so she could share in his success.
Oh, that's awesome. Appreciate you, man. That made a lot of people mad that
why
didn't read the book, but yeah.
Why would you support your wife? I didn't read the book.
It's a
I know
crime.
it's in there somewhere.
It's a crime to
there's 10 pages of her business in his comic book.
Can you believe that? Can you believe that?
10 pages. Where did you go?
Why would Rippa do that?
Girls laying on the couch, man.
Jeez. Take her for a $2. Jeremy has Hulk Hogan hair under that cap.
Oof, that would be tough if true. That would be tough if
Maniacs.
Cellular Dream for a 199. Transformers Devastation. Great game. Can't get it
Devastation's
anymore.
great. What? You can't get Transformers Devastation anymore?
Apparently.
No, why?
Huh.
Funny.
Why? Why can you not get Transformers Devastation?
Hogan hair.
DJ Fisty for a 2. Epic Mike. How you like this 2-degree weather?
Yeah, this is bullshit. I don't want to live here anymore.
Come Here Gaming for a 199. Kadoy Me Way. Jay. Gina Tab Booing KDA. I have no fucking clue what he's saying.
Thank you for your super chat.
Thank you for the 199. Hero for a $3. Slight change of subject, but Golden Sun is now available on the SNO.
Yes. 1 and 2.
Oh, really?
Golden Sun's fucking underrated as hell. That game is so fucking good. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, man. I actually, and that's the thing, man. It was actually the DS version that, even though it's like completely underrated, man, the freaking summons in that game are amazing. came into their own.
I'm still wondering about Transformers Devastation. Continue, Beardo.
Yes, sir. And Aquaman for $3. Hey, Beardo, what's your opinion on Gary creating a Fear the Tardo Lock It In Yay emoji for his Nerdrotic channel?
Did he do that?
I have no clue.
That's amazing.
That'd be awesome. I want one. Do you think we should have one for Geeks and Gamers? I certainly do. What about you, chat?
I mean, I'll consider it.
John Papa Sergio for a $1.99. You need a DJ scratching sound for a reading stutter.
What are they saying like about like Jet Devastation? I'm not understanding what people are saying that you can't find it. I mean, I see it used, but
Physically
like
I
mean, I see it used, but I guess I don't know.
Like
I guess digitally.
Maybe you were able, I'm assuming digital. Like if you were able to get it digitally.
It's on. I'm looking. It's on Steam.
Oh, well. Who said that? Celluloid Dream. Celluloid Dream said that. Transformers Devastation. Great game. Can't get it anymore. Well, maybe check again.
Yeah, I don't know.
East Coast Toasty Boy for $5. My dad still has my PlayStation 2. And the 30 games he got me when I was 5, the original controller 2. I just need to get it from him. Grand Theft Auto 3, Frogger, and etc.
GTA 3, bro. Like
Frogger,
that's the
man.
only. That's the only, well, Frogger's amazing, but GTA 3. That's the only one I really played. I never really got into the GTA games once they got popular, but it is what it is.
Let's see. Anthony Buck for 10 months. Eric, I can't wait for more comics. All the haters are just lame and gay. Particularly the anyways.
Another N-word in there?
No, it's just nothing that I need to read out loud.
Okay.
And besides that, I think we're all caught up.
They're all caught up. Fuck. At least I got one stream that I'm caught up on Super Chats on. So, I will probably go live tomorrow to do my square up for Cobra Cast because politics is just keeping me really busy. So, but it looks like we're doing a gaming stream tonight. Who's going to be on the gaming stream with me?
Shit, I got to download Fortnite.
You got to fucking download Fortnite.
Dude,
Beardo, you
I
playing?
didn't even know.
Potentially.
Give me a fucking yes or no.
Backstage.
What? That sounded gay.
Backstage.
Yeah, he wants to go backstage.
Just
with you. It's pretty gay.
he wants to come in the back door. Just trust me.
He wants to come in the back door with you. It's gay.
Hey.
Steph, I'm sure.
You playing? Okay.
Yeah, I can play for a
The
little bit.
Nova. I don't know. She's not here. So, but all right. So we are going to be playing Fortnite, and so that's going to be a lot of fun. Drunk 3PO, what you got going on?
Thursday on my channel, I will have Dean Cain. He's going to come on, and we're going to do an interview with Dean Cain.
Let's go, baby.
Superman.
Yeah, 12:30, right after Geeks and Gamers Daily.
A respectable Superman, unlike Zack Snyder's. So
that's going to be fun. And then on Monday on the History of Pirates channel, we will have Shad's gonna be on the Pirate Podcast. We're gonna talk about swords and stuff. So no pop culture over there.
All right, cool.
So we got a cool week.
And don't forget, Friday Night Tights. We're gonna have more updates on Megacon. I should have everything, all the details for what we're doing with Megacon on Friday Night Tights for because I know a lot of you have been asking, and I apologize for not having the answers, but we've got more and more people that have been joining us, and it's just been a lot to manage. And so, but hopefully by FNT we should have all those deets. My nerdy home.
Yeah. Follow Geeks and Gamers Life because once Megacon gets here, I'm going to be dropping a lot of vlogs, a lot of interviews, and just a lot of videos in general. Maybe some live streams too. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you're subscribed to that channel.
Let's go. Epic Mike.
Yeah, you can find me on
theme
Kick.
song is playing.
Every time I try to talk, Jay just jumps in there.
Well,
I don't have anything going on in my life. I'm not doing anything. I'm not going to Megacon anymore. I give up. I'm just not doing it. I'm gonna sit at fucking home, stare at my screen, shovel snow all the time. That's all I do anymore.
That's it. That's it.
That's all I got. Fucking no. Subscribe to my kick.com/epicmike. Keep your eye on Epicverse stuff. Like I said, we're probably gonna try to cook something up for Megacon, show everybody. I'm pretty excited about it. So, and I'm just excited to meet everybody. So yeah, introduce yourself.
Let's go. Malcolm, you done hanging out with Vivek, or are you going to go hang out with him and Trump now?
Oh, dude, that would be so freaking awesome. I actually got to DM him and check and see, man. That would be freaking awesome.
All right,
nah,
Malcolm.
For now, I think
we need Trump. We need Trump on Tuesday night's main event. Okay.
Guys. Ooh. Oh yeah, and in case y'all haven't heard, the new phrase is now Magaswami. All right, spread it around. Magaswami is here. It's real. It is canon. So that's what we're going with.
You do know I'm still on the Tucker train for VP, so I won't
leave him where he's at, man. We need Tucker to help make the new stars.
I know, but
he's gonna interview you after your famous slip, and that's gonna be like your big moment right then and there. So,
where can they find you? Where can they find you, Malcolm?
You can currently only find me on X, so I'm putting all my eggs in the X basket. And yeah, I know that sounds dirty, but follow me at Malcolm_Flex48 on X.
Hell
yeah. Known as Twitter.
There we go. Young Ripper.
Yeah, we got Ripping the Silverback tomorrow with myself and Az. Obviously, again, last week for Alpha Core #1. We will be streaming on the 20th at some point. I'll figure out kind of what that's going to look like, but we'll be streaming there. And I think on either my channel or the Ripperverse channel, doing a little closeout thing. But yeah, go get Alpha Core, check out the animation, all of that good stuff, man. We got a whole lot of cool things prepared for you.
Let's go. And yeah, so as soon as this stream ends, it will be rating my Cobra 199 channel. We'll be live over there probably in it's going to be a little while. I need to probably move the time up a little bit, but we're playing some Fortnite. So we'll make that happen. Love you guys. I appreciate you guys. It's been crazy, bro. All these streams are just doing so well. And again, hopefully we can have the #1 Fortnite stream again tonight. We'll see what happens. But thank you guys. Have a
more
great
super chats and member messages.
Oh, go ahead.
Hot Banana Water for $2 says nothing. Grem for $5. I watched a video earlier of a guy hunting down his stolen air-tagged Game Boy Advance from North Carolina to Detroit. TSA employees stole it out of his luggage. Holy fuck.
Really?
Demonic Rebellion for a month. Hail to you all. Can't wait to get my Hoodie J and copy of Alpha Core Rippa. Cover C is incoming.
Hell yeah. Appreciate that.
Terra Crystal for $2. Steph, you got your wish list stuff today?
I did. Yeah, it's right here. Thank you. I love it. I'm going to use this for when I interview people, but thank you so much.
Shout out. There you go. Taker for $2. Is You Do You the polite version of Go Fuck Yourself?
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Could be.
Charles D. Vane for 3 months. Jeremy needs Malcolm Flex on Cobra Cast.
I'm sure that will happen very soon. As you know, though, like I said, I try not to make Cobra Cast too much of a guest-centric show because I've always done when I started out with Geeks and Gamers, it was always solo streams with me, and then kind of every stream that I'm on now is kind of these panel streams. So I don't want Cobra Cast to turn into a big panel stream or guest or anything like that. But occasionally, yes, I've had some different people on there, and obviously, Malcolm, he's obviously in the world of politics, so. Yes, we will certainly probably line that up soon. That it?
Cool. Fear the Beardo Kick, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube.
We'll fucking say that was it so I don't look like a fucking retard.
Don't say it.
Yeah, that's it.
Just make him sit there. Oh,
it's like that scene in Happy Gilmore. He's just standing there and he walks up to him. He's like, "Are you going to tell me, dipshit?" All right. Did I get everybody? Drunk 3PO. Rippa, Malcolm, Mike, Beardo, Steph, let's fucking go. Love you guys. Have a great night. And we will talk to all of you later. Say bye, Jay. Say bye, Jay.
Bye.
Perfect.